What up? What up? What it do? It's your boy HB Gone Global. We here to chop it up a little bit about some travel stuff, man. So tonight's topic is whatever, man. Anybody pull up, man. Anybody who is watching right now, pull up because I got a lot of information to share as far as like travel game shit. I know I'm new to the live chats, so so my goal is here just to have some fun, what I'm saying, with you guys and provide any information y'all guys want to know. Hey, what up, Ray Money? You know what I'm saying? Got Ray Money holding me down, you know what I'm saying? So hey, Ray Money, if you want to, man, you can pull up if you want to. You ain't got to show your face, but you do have to verify yourself in the back in the backstage and shit. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, because I don't think I ever had a chance to meet you or whatnot, at least in the background and shit. But pull up, man, if you want to. Or, you know what I'm saying, you can ask me any questions um in the chat. So what's going on? Make sure I got this live. All right. So I see there's a lot of drama going on out here in these YouTube streets, man. Yes, man. People want to play games out here, man, and talk all this crazy trash, man. I don't know why we just can't make content, you know what I'm saying, without trying to bash other people. You know, I understand some stuff is warranted and some stuff is not warranted. Cause some dudes are doing goofy shit. But like, you know what I'm saying, if we just trying to beef with other people just to beef with, you know what I'm saying, we trying to attack people's, what I'm saying, content, saying, saying that they better than each other and all that shit, then what I'm saying, that's crazy. Just unnecessary drama. Hold on for a second. Drop this link. Get that. Okay. Let me see. Check that. You got it, bro. Hmm. Like all copy paste. Damn. What's up? Oh, I did. Oh, that's really great. Man, I'm sorry, man. I think I subscribed to your channel too, man. My bad, man. I know who this is.
Yo, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's good?
Hold on one second. I got other shit playing in the background. My bad. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, what's good, brother, man? How you doing?
Nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I forgot you was up there on Razor Rays with me the other night, man.
Yeah, I saw your I saw your last video about buying some real estate. So I had a couple questions about that. Um, like, are you buying them to rent or you buying them to stay? Like, what's the
So
policy out there for?
yeah, so I was looking into condos because when it comes to buying land in Thailand, it's kind of tricky. It's complicated. You can do it, but there's kind of like some ways around the laws you can do it, which I don't really want to get into because
Okay.
you can do like what it's called, you can create like a Thai company, and then the thing is you got to have the Thai person have to be uh what is it, 51% ownership
Oh,
of the
okay.
company type stuff. And I don't trust stuff like that when I have to give power over to somebody else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially when it's all of your money on the line.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not
I
putting
haven't heard any
51% of their money in.
exactly, but I haven't heard any bad stories about it, but also I heard that you can't do it. So I got mixed information. Some people saying you can do it. Some people that's doing it saying they doing it. But I don't want to saying trust no stuff like that. And also if you want to own land out there, which I mean you really don't own it. So if you marry a Thai chick, you put yourself in that situation where what I'm saying, you can buy a crib, you marry this chick and you buy a house, you got to put in her name. So if she decide to leave, she take your crib. So so
Yeah.
the yeah,
Sounds
so
like a
the best
bad
thing,
deal.
yeah, exactly. So the best thing for me is doing the freehold. You can buy condos over there, and you can do a freehold property and put it in your name. You can also do the Thai company stuff too, or you can just find a property that does straight up. The thing is with the buildings kind of have the same concept where you have to be in a building that's 51% owned by Thai people.
Mm. So
And
you in
then
Bangkok or where you at right now?
me, where I'm at right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm in
Yeah.
Cali.
Oh, you in Cali. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So let me ask you, like, as far as, because I see like a lot of other YouTube channels there, they're doing like walkthroughs of apartments and stuff like that out there. And apartments, like, kind of the condos, they look kind of small. Is
They
it?
are small.
Oh, okay.
A lot of those places around like between I don't think I ever seen anything below 30 square feet, but it's um usually like around like 32,
Mm,
at the minimum square feet, and that's pretty tight. So I got some video that's coming pretty soon that I'm in Pattaya. I'm going to be showing, and those rooms are small as hell. They're like, I'm saying 30, like around like 30 square feet, 32 square feet.
okay.
Yeah.
What about
So
like
like you
taxes?
say what?
What about like the taxes out there?
Oh, taxes is nothing.
Oh,
It's
okay.
nothing. Yeah, taxes ain't shit. The shit probably a year. It's not even like a couple $100 on. I can't remember, but off the top of my head, because I got this paper that broke all that down. But taxes is nothing. It's nothing you got to worry about yearly.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, yeah, funny thing, like my mom, she has like these dreams of, she's been to China a bunch of times, and I've never been to Asia. So my background is I used to be in the Navy, and I did some traveling before, like as a teenager. I've been through the Caribbean, and then after I've been to the Caribbean, like Aruba, Puerto Rico. Like I said, I in the last live stream I got family in Antigua, but as far as Asia, I've never made it over there. I was stationed in San Diego, but I just missed that deployment to go over to Asia. And so um my mom though, so my my stepfather is actually Chinese from Shanghai, right? So he's got family
Yeah,
out there. And so like my mom's been to Shanghai and all through China a bunch of times, and he goes out there to take care of his mom's every 6 months and stuff like that. My mom is asking me, she's like, I want to spend my money on a condo overseas, and uh, she was thinking about going to the Philippines. I don't know if you know anything about the real estate laws, or have you ever been to the Philippines before?
no, I haven't. I got a friend. I thought we was gonna go this year, but we was in Marine Corps together.
Mhm.
He's about to retire, so um, he wants to go to the Philippines next year. I thought we was going this year, but I guess he got to wait till the guy that's supposed to replace him come in. So
Oh, okay.
next year I'm going to Philly, but I never been there before. I just never had the interest to want to go there. But
Uh,
I heard good things about it. But what I'm saying, as far as like, I like to go places where there's some decent women. And what I seen in the videos,
I
what I'm
seen
saying?
some. I seen some good looking women, and I seen
I mean,
like.
like they're cute, but I'm talking about body wise. Like I'm a body man. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Oh,
have some
okay.
body. If you ain't got no body, I
Yeah,
ain't
I
coming
feel
to
you
your
there.
country. But since this is a retirement party, I'm gonna do it for him. So, but I don't know
That's
anything
cool.
about the Philippines.
Yeah, she was like, yo, I'll buy you tickets out there so you can go and scope out, the lay of the land and all this other shit. I'm like, yo, I ain't got time for that, man. To be honest with you, not right now. You need to go out there yourself and figure it out. Uh, I would go with her, but you know, uh, I don't know if she's actually serious about doing it, because she's talked about making other real estate purchases in the past, and those purchases have never materialized into anything. Um, so you know, so I was just wondering about it because she was asking about it at some point, probably a couple weeks ago, and I just don't personally don't have the time to go to Asia right now, because I have my son every other week, so I gotta watch him for a week, and I got a baby mama terrorist, so that situation ain't really that
I'm in the
good.
same
But,
situation too, man.
yeah, I got I got
Yeah,
fifty
I mean, at
fifty
least
custody.
I got 50-50 too. At least I got like every other weekend off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I have him for 7 days and she has him for 7 days. So like I don't want to say I'm stuck, because I that's my son. I love him. You know what I'm saying? But just having to,
That time.
coordinate with this bitch about time, and oh, you're gonna keep it for extra week, and
Yeah, I get you. I exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Like,
yeah.
uh, I don't know, man. The court system got me on some crazy shit where it's like 3 and 4 type crap. So like
Oh,
Wednesdays, like jacked up schedules. So Wednesday, I have to like Wednesdays, I have to pick her up from school Wednesday, Thursday, and then drop off on school on Fridays on my off weekend, my off week, and then on my on week, I have her from Wednesday to Monday morning type deal.
ugh,
And
get in my
that
face.
alternates. So, yeah, so like
Ugh,
a lot of times I have my weekend off, but like so I have the Friday the whole day off because I drop off school Friday, and I just got the whole like a 3-day holiday.
yeah.
I call it 3-day holiday.
Lucky for me, we had not lucky and not lucky. So she lived with me, and then we came up with so we weren't married, so I made sure that I went and filed for legitimation so that my son can inherit from me, and that I'm legally his father, because in like Georgia, like you have no parental rights as a dad if unless you are either married, have the child,
You have to get it.
under a marriage. Yeah, or you get
Yeah, you have to get it.
legitimized.
What is it called? Adjudication, but paternal adjudication.
Legitimation.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, I know
Yup.
about that
So
shit, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
live in
real, man.
Atlanta.
I think that's kind of everywhere. So like this how it works. It's like if you married, it's presumed that the child is yours. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even though the child can be yours, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where it's like you really don't have no parent rights until you go to court to get you got to do an extra step to get it adjudicated, which is some crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Which is ridiculous. Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, man. I learned about that from the lead attorney.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched the lead too. Yeah. Hell yeah. But now I kind of knew about it before, just because like he was my son, right? And I was interested, and I made sure that I got it. And that's another thing. I made sure I got a DNA test on my own. So I swabbed his mouth. I got a DNA test. I made sure that made sure he's mine, because he looks
Yeah.
just like his mom and shit. So, but I had to go through that situation. But luckily, we had a written agreement before she moved out, saying that, our parenting time is split week to week instead of that whole 3-day, 4-day, and then you take them. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have our shit, which is good because I get a 7 days away, and a 7-day break. But the thing is like sometimes I don't be wanting that 7-day break. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be asking her like, yo, just send him to me. Like, let me take care of him. You know what I mean? And then let him go over there on the weekends or whenever you want to see him. But let me be the primary custodian, because I feel like his behavior is a lot better when he's staying here with me than having to go back and forth. You watch Coach Greg Adams at all?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Say it again. I think your audio. I mean, the video cut out
It,
a little bit.
oh, the video cut out. No, I
I
was
didn't catch
saying,
that last couple of seconds.
do you watch Coach Greg Adams at all?
I don't even rock with that red pill stuff, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
So,
Nah, man.
there's a lot of interesting points. I would consider myself a red pillar, right? Because I don't believe in um the traditional getting married and going through the whole rigmarole, because I've done it before and I don't want to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And all red pill really means is that you're awake and aware of a woman's nature and how the system is set up against you as a man to
Mhm.
fail, right? So,
Yeah.
but the analogy that Coach Greg Adams uses is like, okay, with a kid having a kid bounce between two households, is just imagine if you guys were to just buy a house and then 1 week she gets to live there, and then the next week she has to pack up all her stuff, and then you get to live there, and then the week after you have to pack up all your shit, and then she gets to live there again. That's kind of like what the kid is going through when they
Mhm.
bouncing from household to household. So, I'm trying to lobby to her like, yo, just let me have my little man, right? So I could just mold him into the man that he needs to be. So I think this conversation
Yeah.
is kind of, it's not about any travel no more. We just chopping it up.
Yeah, a lot of look, a lot of times, man, these women be wanting these kids just for the child support, man.
That's
It's
what she
like they
wants them
they
for.
they they want to show the time, you know what I'm saying? Because especially with the little boys, man. I think like past a certain age, maybe like because they did research on this, like what is it, over 7? You know what I'm saying? Over 7, the kids should be with the fathers anyway. I guess
Yeah,
the children perform better and they act better,
yeah. It's
especially
called
when
the
they are.
the
Go
tender
ahead.
years. It's called the tender years, is what it's called. Tender years doctrine, which is essentially, I think it's like the first 2 years of a child's life, regardless of gender, right? The child is dependent on the mother, right? Like completely. But then once that child becomes more and more independent, um, at least in the case of a boy, there isn't really anything that a mother can do or teach a boy, how to become an adolescent, like a true young man, how to grow into his adolescence. So see, that's called the tender years, is what that's called. And for me personally, I think like 3 or 4 years old. Like what can a mom really teach a boy? Maybe compassion. If she's involved in the child's life and she's there, yeah, she could be a real impact on him, right? But we talking baby mama terrorists. Like they don't even really care. They're not involved in the child, and they're not like doing the things that they're supposed to be doing to mold a great young man. So, me personally, I think he'd be better off with his father in my case specifically. But in most cases, I think boys are much better off with dad most of the time than they are with mom. So
Yeah, you sound like the court system, dad and mom. I remember like when I first started going to the court system, how they refer to that shit. They be like dad, mom, and
it's true.
yeah, that shit
It's
weird as
true.
hell when I was hearing that
It
shit. How they
it
speak.
is it is a little weird, right? It is, but I'm speaking in a general sense. Like I'm speaking like we've got 1,000 people watching, right? So, I just that's how I feel. Like, boys need their fathers and girls need their moms.
Yeah,
There's not much a man could really teach a little girl. Well, I think a man could probably teach a little girl better than mom could too, to be honest with you. At least how to maneuver in the world, the current world that we have today, the modern day world, where she needs to move and maneuver as a modern day woman. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
Another thing I learned about that, when you try to get that, you have to get that adjudication.
uh-huh.
Even if you do a DNA test, you still don't have no parental rights until you do get the adjudication thing. Like a judge has to say, hey, this is your child type shit. So you
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can do
yeah.
you can get the DNA test. And, okay, for sure I know this is my child, but you know what I'm saying, until you take that to the judge, and then I heard the judges, they have to really order the paternal test, and then it's like, all right, then they stump they gavel, then they say, all right, you ask your father, and I
Yeah,
was like, that's some crazy ass shit. I'm like, who the hell come up with this stuff? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you know, uh in Georgia, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? I took the DNA test on my own though, because before I was even gonna go back and forth with this chick through the court system to, announce myself as the dad, I was gonna make sure that he was my son, right? And like, You know, it could be because I've seen dudes get lined up to where, you know, they say, okay, well, I'm going to do this legitimation paperwork. They, even though the kid looks like them, they never take the DNA test. Then they put themselves in the court system and open themselves up to child support. And then 3 years later, they find out that the kid is not theirs. But now that they've been paying child support for so long, they're still forced to pay the shit. It's not like the judge is going to take them off child support because they find out that the kid is not theirs automatically. Because you
You know
still
what?
got to go.
I don't even get that, man, because you got uh I mean, why people ain't mad enough about that shit? Because for that law to still exist, that rule to still exist is some bullshit, man.
Let me
Like,
ask
you
you a
know what I'm saying?
question. Who's the primary voters? Who votes more, men or women?
I get that, but I'm saying though, like, why is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though if this is a serious topic, then men should wake the fuck up and vote. But the thing is, it's not even about the voting, it's about being upset enough to get somebody to put that shit on the docket to get it
Right.
changed. You know what I'm saying?
Well, men are
So
weak nowadays.
it's
Men
shit,
have been
man. Look,
emasculated,
yeah.
which is part of the red pill, which is part of the reason why, like, I be interacting with a lot of the red, not the red pill, Jesus Christ, the passport bros community, because I see a lot of simpery and fuckery. Sorry if I can't curse, but that's just what I see out of a lot of cats that I follow. Like the good YouTubers, the guys that are portraying a positive image, they don't even consider themselves passport bros, right? Like you think of Austin Holloman. Yeah, he kind of started off as a passport bro, but he's now a travel blogger mostly. He does give a little insight as to the women in these different places, but he don't come across as like pussy is his main motivation when he's going to these places, even though we all know that it is, right? But at least
Yeah.
he's showing you, you know, the gyms and the meals and walking through the streets and interactions with this person and that person and buying things from the store. Whereas some of the other dudes in this space, like they're just all about the females, like just chasing after the females instead of using it as a learning experience and opening yourself up to the culture. So a lot of these dudes don't be hitting it off with the females, or they be getting just the jump offs, right? Because they're
Yeah.
not even learning the culture out there. They're not even like open to learning the culture. They're just out there chasing coochie. So I get on like Floyd, for example. Like I be trolling that nigga, man, you know, because not because I want to see him do bad, right? Because I donate. If I didn't donate, you know, I think not donating and would be even worse, or not even supporting him. So I financially support his bullshit, right? But I also when I've gotten on his live stream before and I talk to him, he opens up a panel. I try to talk some sense into him because he's 28, and when you're 28, you got all this testosterone running through your system. You're not focused on nothing else other than coochie. And like when you go down that path as a man, where all you just focused on is box, then you just wind up losing. And women don't even find you interesting. Women find a man that has hobbies interesting. You know what I'm saying? That has self-development goals. They find those type of men interesting. And so I just be trying to spit a little wisdom out here in the passport bro streets. And that's the main reason why I be logging. And then plus, I like travel bloggers. I like Harold Balder, Bald and Bankrupt, Yes Theory. What's the other guy's name? Man, there's just so many that I like that not even focus on like the hot spot touristy areas, but like the weird, like off the fucking beaten path type of places, like hiking through Nepal, or going to Dhaka, Bangladesh, or India, or here, there, like the different corners of the globe. Because
Mhm.
opening yourself up to those different cultures will make you a more cultured person in general. And I feel like a lot of these passport bros just be focused on box, 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 box. and
Yeah,
party, party, party.
that's what I wanted my channel to be about too. A lot of my content, it seems like might I don't know how people might portray it, but a lot of my content in the beginning I was just shooting it just because for myself. And then I just
Mhm.
ended up just chopping it up and put it on my channel because I was like, oh man, people, you make money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Traveling and shit. Cause I travel a lot because I've been traveling for like years, man. Like I never recorded. I got like a lot of private stuff, old videos and stuff that I never posted online because I thought it was just for me. But
Yeah.
I was seeing like there was like a huge interest. I started seeing a huge interest, you know. So I'm like, I might well start doing it. And then it took me a long time to basically feel comfortable to do it, to like put myself out there because you know I'm a very private person.
Me
And
too.
then you know I was watching Lead Attorney, and Lead Attorney kept saying, "Man, if you got any type of like uh, information, game, or knowledge or stuff that you can just put out to the masses, like just start a YouTube channel, just do it. Like you know, just do it. Like you're not losing anything by not doing it." So I was like,
Right.
you know, fine. I said, you know, forget it. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump out there. And I found some old videos that I had when I was just kicking it with this one chick, and I just you know start posting some of that stuff and just my experience, you know, just in Mexico. And I wanted to hit those spots. I didn't want to make none of those walking videos because I saw a lot of that when I was you know during the pandemic when people was just
Mhm.
chilling. We ain't had nothing to do, so you know you come across people channels and you like oh yeah, then you start seeing these walking videos, and I just didn't want to do that stuff like that. So I want to
Yeah.
like because you know some of the people that had some of the older channels even before like the pandemic, people had a lot of you know excursions type things like showing like the culture, you know, things to do. I mean, I wanted to do something like that, but you know, for black people and stuff, at least for like you know people around my demographic,
Yeah.
because you have a lot of you know square dudes and stuff that do it, but you know what I'm saying? I want some of my people from my around the way to say, hey man, y'all get out the small ass town, man. Y'all need to get out and do something, man. It's like it's more than you know what I'm saying, your surrounding
Where you from
counties and shit.
originally?
I'm from Georgia.
Oh, you from Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Where
Yeah.
like Atlanta
No,
area?
down southwest down at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah.
Valdosta. Oh, you
Yeah,
said
near that way.
Southwest. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's like yeah, bounded by Albany. Albany,
Oh,
Georgia,
all
down
right.
there that way.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, deep country,
Uh,
man.
yeah, I got homeboy. I got homeboys that live in Dublin.
Oh yeah.
So, um, I've been all through like Macon. I like Macon actually. Macon's actually pretty dope. Like the downtown area. I've been all through Georgia. I live in Stone Mountain now though. That's where I stay at.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
much time I've been in Georgia, I never been. The only time I've been to Macon was I was driving through Macon or going to the basketball game because our little small town like we like legit like we go to the state championship all the time, and typically when we
oh,
make it
okay.
there we win. Yeah, so I remember like at one time our school had like the most like championships or something like in our division.
Mhm.
I think we got like over I want to say like 9 or something like that state championships. And I thought like through the 90s we was on the terror. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
had like 6 of them in the 90s, like, and then we had like a three-peat, at one term. Things
Yo,
like the
like
98, 99, 2000.
the sports culture in the South is completely different. Like, cause I'm from Brooklyn. Like, I know Razor Rays from high school.
Yeah.
So we went to high school together, and then I haven't seen or really heard from him like since then. Since I came across his video, I'm like, yo, I know this dude. So so, I messaged him on IG, and that's how we kind of linked up. But yeah, man, the sports culture, y'all just do it big, man. In New York, they
So
do it big for basketball. Like that's it.
so like Rutgers, like everybody know, you know, Rucker Park, you know what I'm
Rucker Park,
saying?
yeah.
Stuff like that. You know, people they come out, show out. How are y'all high school games? Like I know like even like I'm on the West Coast right now, you know, I be watching those like basketball channels like Ball is
They
Life.
lit.
And you have like like I watch a lot of you have like a lot of celebrity kids. What's that school LeBron James kids go to? Was it Sierra Mesa or something like that? Sierra something Canyon. And I
Mhm.
be looking at the footage of the people in there. I'm like, no games be boring as hell. I'm like, you got all this publicity, you know what I'm saying? The shit is like plastered all over YouTube, and you go to the basketball game, they're boring as hell. You go
Mm.
down south into a basketball gym, that whole gym is fucking full. You got people all on the damn floor. It like, you know what I'm saying? It's hot
That's
as
how New
hell in
York
there
is.
because there's so many people and it's just lit. It's also these like regular
It's
basketball
lit.
games.
Yeah, that's
Like
how it
people
is in
come
New
out, they
York.
show out and show out. I mean, show up and show out. But out here in Cali, you know, I be seeing like these basketball games and stuff, and it's just like it's hardly nobody in the gym. It's weird, you know. And then like especially with those schools that got these celebrities going to, the gyms are super small. I think they probably got like four rows of seating, and there's
Man,
like new facilities. I'm like, damn, why these people ain't got no huge like facilities and
it's the
people showing
culture.
up? Yes, it's totally different out here.
It's the culture. I guarantee you go to some games down in Compton though, or you go to some games down in fucking, damn Long Beach or something like that. Yo, them
Mhm.
gyms gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? Or because I used to live in San Diego, so
Yeah,
um,
yeah, that's
I
where I'm
don't
at
know.
right now.
Oh, San Diego. Okay, that's dope. Yeah, I used to live in El Cajon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was stationed in El Cajon. So, but yeah, the sports culture in the South is way different, man. And like just even like I've never played like I played football for like 2 years, but then like I don't know, like in Brooklyn, like you gotta travel to go get to these fields to play because ain't no grass nowhere, right? And we just didn't have no football facilities by my crib. And my mom's, she had a car and she didn't have a car, and it was just too much of a pain in the ass to get back and forth. So I never really played football like that. Even baseball, like I always wanted to play, never had a chance to play. But like down here, that like my son's been playing baseball, t-ball, because he's 6 for like the last 2 years, man. And these people out here take that shit seriously, seriously. You know what I'm saying? We actually won the championship back in this past October, and man, they had the whole ceremony. It was crazy, man, just for some t-ball. So I've gotten my taste of the competitiveness and how people could be. But yo, down the South, when it comes to sports culture, yo, y'all y'all got it. Y'all
yeah,
definitely got
man,
it.
shit crazy.
So as far as like your YouTube channel is concerned, like you're saying that you initially tailored it towards like just dropping some of the old content that you have, and then obviously you're dropping new content in regards to purchasing real estate and all that other stuff. Where do you see yourself at the 10,000 subscriber mark, and like what do you
So
how you
so all the footage that I posted last year, that was just like a learning curve. Just learn the software, learning. I mean, I kind of already knew how to edit a little bit because, in my profession, you have to do a little bit of editing, but I wanted to like try to learn, like to get more deep into it. But as I
Mhm.
realized, you know what I'm saying, a lot of my stuff, I just keep it real basic, just doing it myself between work and then trying to travel. Cause I understand some YouTubers, that's all they do is just, travel. I don't know how they make money, but especially when they starting off. So,
Begging,
so I'm like,
begging.
I'm like, how you find time to damn travel and shit? Cause I'm like, man, I'm like, shoot, I barely got time to travel. So, um, I just want to get to the point, 10,000 subscribers. At least I can start hiring people. I got some game on where I can hire people for the low to do my videos for me and stuff. So I'm already I'm looking into that type of stuff. But I want to be traveling more and putting out clean footage, you know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm just using action cameras and shit. I wanna be able to have like some real nice clean footage, have some nice crisp editing. I don't
Yeah,
want to be too janky for too long.
right.
Um, yeah, that I
So
mean
let me
that's
ask
where
you,
I kind of see myself.
do you have a gimbal?
I do. I have one for my cell phone, but
Yeah,
not for my
that's
for the action camera.
that's all you need. I mean, if you got an iPhone, I would use your iPhone to make the videos and just use the gimbal. I have a gimbal. I have a DJI Osmo 2, which is an older model. And yo, them videos come out spectacular, especially doing them kind of walking videos and you're having to move and maneuver around. It's a
Hmm.
lot better than having an action cam on the stick. You know what I'm saying? Because then
Yeah.
it's a lot more fluid with the video motion. Like even now, like I got 20 subscribers, but what I do realize about YouTube and what I do realize about, well, yeah, YouTube in general, is that the quality of the content. So the initial impression will get the eyes on you at least. So you make videos that are easy to watch, I think, it'll be easier for you to rope subscribers in that way, and so like, that's why I be telling like some of these cats like Floyd, man, I keep bringing his name up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be getting on live streams and he just be sleeping and shit. He be sleeping, nigga be smacking on some fucking wings in the microphone and shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, I just did a video today about Floyd. He passed out on his live stream. It's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, like, people join these people's channels just to troll. You know what I'm saying? And so, which is what I did, but I don't want to be that. I welcome the trolls. I welcome the eyes. You know what I'm saying? After being on Razor Razor's little live stream the other night, yeah, I got like 2-3 people trolling me. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. Just keep watching my shit. Keep trolling. Keep dropping comments. Keep watching my shit. Even if you downvote, I don't care. Just engage with it. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I just ignore the trolls, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, last week, man, I got somebody who porn bombed me in the backstage, man. I mean, but I watched enough lives to know, you know what I'm saying, to verify people before they come up.
Yeah.
Hold on for a second. My daughter is knocking on.
All right, no worries.
She want her a snack.
Get her that snack.
Yeah, man. Go get you something to eat then. Stop looking at me crazy. Well, yeah.
How old is
what
she?
I was saying, 5.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Yeah, I don't even know what I want to. Like, I've been trying to get her to do different stuff, man. Like, she don't want to take no interest in anything. I'm like, damn.
What does she like?
Man, I don't know. I be trying to get her to do like, she want to watch TV all the goddamn time. She want to play Minecraft all damn day. So I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel for her playing Minecraft, because she be entertaining sometimes. I be hearing, like, listening to her talk to herself. I'm like, yo, you way better than daddy. I mean, understand, kids, man, they mind is like crazy when they're young, but like, just sitting there listening to her just like talk to herself and play the game, it seems like it's entertaining. So I think I might set up a YouTube little let's play type thing and stuff. I'm like, I'm monetized on that shit early.
Hell yeah. Does she watch the other YouTubers like Sunny and Melon, or like,
man,
Lanky Box, or like
that should be pissing me off. I'm like, why'd you watch these goofy mugs?
Dumb
But
shit. I'd be like,
I was like, but that's how these kids are, man. Like, my nephew used to do that a lot. My nephew used to watch all them let's play games and stuff, watch other people play GTA and stuff. I'm like, bro, play it yourself, man. Like, my niece was buying him all these games. He wasn't even playing, but he'll just watch it. But now he old enough now, shit, he don't do all that no more. Now he stay on that damn Call of Duty. Shit be getting on my damn nerves. I'm like, bro, you need to play something else, dog.
Wow, she be killing you in that shit, huh?
Hey, man, like, nah, I mean, he all right, you know what I'm saying? I just don't play Call of Duty like that, though. I used to play it like back in the day, but at the time, I got tired of playing Call of Duty. I play other stuff. I play like I play like dark fantasy games. I play like, Devil May Cry and shit like that. Dark Souls. I be like, I like playing stuff like that, but I can't play the same when they put out the same shit every year, man. I can't do that, man. That shit get old. I'm not gonna give these people another $60-$70, man. For the same goddamn game.
Yo, my homeboy's got a 7-year-old. This kid is nice on Fortnite. He's nice. Even the way these kids maneuver through the menus, they just click, clickety, click. And I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even see what you clicking.
Man, like, the older I get, the slower I get. I know how to do that. I used to do that shit when I was younger, but the older I get, it's like you get used to it. Like, when you know what I'm saying? My hand-eye coordination is not even what it used to be.
Yo,
people say it's supposed to get better. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it gets better than it goes downhill. But I be trying to introduce my son to different things. Like, the biggest thing for me is just trying to travel with him around the country as much as possible. So like, I took him to Opryland in Nashville this past weekend, and then up to Kentucky to go visit my homeboy up there, and so he can like play with his kids and stuff like that. So traveling is a big one that, and then also like I'll try to expose him to like different stuff. So I bought a Roland TR-8S, like a beat machine, because he likes making music like on his. He's got like a DJ machine, but it's like a kiddie DJ machine, and then he's got a keyboard that he likes to like play, and he'll do beats on the beat machine and then play on the keyboard and stuff like that. We'll make music together. So I went out and I bought a professional Roland 8R-TS. It's a drum synthesizer, and I just let him play with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or let him have an Akai MPK-25 MIDI controller and like what you call it? What do you call that shit? Pro Tools. I let him play with that, like even with my cameras and stuff like that, with my cell phone. I let him take videos with the gimbal, or like, I just try to get him actively involved with like just anything that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? At least so that way he could maybe absorb some of it and maybe take interest into something. But you know what? So she likes Minecraft. Have you ever taken or put her in karate or tried to do like jujitsu or a boxing class?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I was waiting till she turned 5. She been doing a whole bunch of other stuff. She's doing acting,
That's cool.
cheerleading, and some ballerina stuff. She didn't like the ballerina stuff, so the next thing I'm gonna do is put her in some jujitsu and shit.
Jujitsu's
Yeah,
dope.
cause yeah, she was getting bullied at school, and I was about to goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
Lose
Have
it.
to like, yeah, man, this look. I'm not even gonna say it online, cause you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I don't want to cause no trouble at the school, cause man, you don't know who might see this and send it to that person. But I was
Yeah.
like, man, like you better get your kid, man, before I stump your face out, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's how it is, man. Look, I eh, I don't know. Maybe it's different. I don't have a girl, right? I have a boy. So
yeah,
with my son, I'm like, yo, just punch that kid in his face. You know, if someone punches you in the face, you hit him back. Never do it first, but
yeah,
if someone does something to you, make sure you retaliate and then go tell the teacher. Don't just go tell the teacher. Retaliate
yeah.
first, then go tell the teacher, because it's your right to retaliate if somebody does something to you. Never do anything first. You know what I'm saying? So I try to teach my son that, and he sometimes is a little apprehensive on that eye for an eye stuff, which is good. He's timid and he's not like daddy. Daddy's crazy, but he's learning. It's hard. It's got to be hard with a girl though, especially with the bullying thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, like I be at that joint. I'll be like, hey, maybe I'll be tell the teacher, I'm like, hey man, you need to have a talk with this little kid. Cause that, at first, you know what I'm saying? Look, when you first ask them, they be like, oh, I don't know his name. Like, nah, what's his name? You know who it is. You know who's bothering you.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
eventually I'm like, hey, all right now. Like you need to have a talk with this kid. Then kind of find out the damn kid bad as hell. You know, he, you know, he getting a lot of trouble. He got to sit next to the teacher and all that shit.
Uh, yeah. You know, it is what it is, man. Like it's just a journey, bro.
Yeah.
It's a journey, man. Uh, so you said she's about to turn 5.
No, she's 5 now. She's about to turn 6 in
Oh,
in,
she's about to
in
turn 6.
August. Yeah. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
waiting till she get about around 7. That's when I'm gonna start taking her places, like traveling. I mean, we do like little Legoland and Sea World and Disneyland type shit
Yeah.
now, but like I want to like once you get older, because I know how sometimes you don't remember none of that stuff when you're young. I mean, right now we got
True.
the technology now with our phones, and we can record everything, and they can go back and see it. Because I archive a lot of shit. I got so much, what I'm saying, footage of her, so like she can be able to access stuff like versus like me growing up. Man, I got like a couple of pictures, little Polaroids and shit here and there,
That's it.
and
Yeah.
and then like a lot of stuff like, but I think a lot of stuff below the age of 6, I don't remember. So I want to make sure she get old enough where like she can remember a lot of stuff.
But it's also impactful, right? Even though they're not going to really remember, but you never know. See, because I kind of thought that way too. I was like, yo, am I wasting my time by taking him to all these places? It all started like I think it was like the winter before the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? What up, Drew?
Yo, what up, fellas? What's good?
How
Hey,
you
what's
doing?
going on, man? Yeah,
Man,
got Drew G
just
in the
chilling.
building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, I was over there. I was over there at Sin City for like a couple of minutes, but I was going live, so I had to bounce out. It was
Oh
getting
yeah,
crazy over there. Him and Jay Rillo going at it.
man, it's been crazy today. I've been watching some of the streams going on. Saw Peso going in on Razor, Peso and Rico.
Damn, I be
But
missing a lot of stuff, man. I be at work, man, during the daytime, so I don't have time to catch none of this stuff, man. So I be out of the loop a lot of times when people be talking about stuff. When I come up, I just be trying to catch up in real time. So
yeah, they trying to hit Razor up for child endangerment. Talk about,
what?
he-
Stop
yeah,
playing.
just saying that he has his live streams, and I guess during one of his live streams, a kid was in the background, and they're like, "Yo, man, you know how Peso's like, you talking that hooker talk in front of kids."
Yo, I heard Peso Man was taking pictures of broads, but they wasn't really. He didn't really know them personally or something like that. But he was fronting like they was his broads or whatever. At least that was the gossip shit that was going around on the YouTube streets earlier
Man,
today.
he's done a lot of stuff, bro. He's done a lot of stuff.
I'm new
But
to it, so
yeah, he's done a lot of things. Like I think one day he did interview some hookers on his channel. Like he
Man,
got some girls and interviewed
Peso
them.
man full of shit.
Yeah, he do some wild stuff. But you know what, HB? You remember a few nights ago we were talking about not posting the picture. I think we were going back and forth with Razor on not
yeah.
posting the girls' pictures, right? And then I
Yeah,
thought about it. I was like, wait a minute. DC Born Rob. Have you ever watched DC Born Rob's channel, Rick? Ray?
yeah, I know who
Uh,
he is. I never watched it. I know who
Ray.
he
I'm
is.
I'm
Yeah.
Y'all,
checking them out now though.
yeah, y'all both need to look at DC Born Rob. So DC Born Rob was the first, and like Razor's kind of taking he's taking what DC Born Rob's been doing. So like
Uh-huh.
that's why they're kind of like the news guys. DC Born Rob and Razor Ray are both basically Puerto Rico News in Colombia. But DC Born Rob, there's a guy that's in Colombia, and he's like, "Oh, this guy's a scammer. Look out for him." He always posts his picture, video of him. He said, "If you ever see this guy, look out for him." And I was like, "This dude ain't never been arrested, but everybody knows he's a scammer." But he shows his picture. I'm like, "What is Razor talking about? We're in America. You should be able to show the picture.
Right.
If somebody's trying to
I don't
scam
know.
you, you should let everybody know."
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's just probably apprehensive about stopping the money. But like these chicks out there, they're not gonna be like looking at YouTube to report it. Like, and then YouTube's not gonna be enforcing that shit across international boundaries, especially, you know what I'm saying, if there's video evidence of a crime. But you
Yeah,
know, I'm the new guy, so I didn't really want to go back and forth with him like that. I just felt
Yeah,
like,
me
you
too.
know, yeah, I just felt like, you know, uh he should have at least it was more in related to the other guy that had the crypto stolen. Like, okay, this dude had his crypto stolen, and like if I lost $1,000 and it was stolen, I can see the transaction history leaving from one wallet to the next wallet to the next wallet, even if they
true.
spreading it around. So, it, like, if I can't track the money down, maybe if I give the chat or someone who's watching that transaction ID, they can go look it up on the blockchain and see where my money went.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or give me some ideas or some pointers on how to maybe track my money down. And the dude, I guess, didn't want to even like put his transaction history out there or his wallet information. It's like, all right, dude, like, oh, maybe he's just ignorant and didn't know how crypto works, you know. But I don't know. Again, I ain't trying to go back and forth like that. Me, I was telling HB earlier, like, as far as like commenting and hopping on live streams and stuff like that on a lot of these passport bro channels, I just feel like I see some of these videos and these guys make some crazy ass decisions and choices, and I'm like, yo, part of it is I start trolling, but then another thing is like I can't watch these cats go down like that, you know, because I'm like invested in their channel now because I've been watching their content. Some of this shit is fucking hilarious, um,
Mm.
and so I don't want cats to go down like that. And so I at least try to hop on, give my perspective maybe, and give some of these at least the ones that are younger than me, a little bit of game. I'm not a travel veteran, right? I've been in the military and I've traveled to places, but I'm not actively traveling now because I'm raising my son. But trust and believe when when my job is done or close to being done, my ass will be out there. You know,
Hey Ray,
I
what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the Navy.
Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in the Navy from the year 2000, and I got discharged actually 99 to 2005.
Okay.
I was a submarine sailor, so I was on subs.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
Man,
was
crazy,
out
how
here.
was that, man?
crazy,
I
crazy.
heard this. I heard this confined and motherfuckers be stinking on the damn subs. Yeah.
Motherfuckers be stinking. I got so many stories, man. Like I started off ignition, and my first boat was on the East Coast. And so, in the Navy, you join, you go to boot camp, and then you go to school for a little bit. And you have every submariner has to go through a school. It's called BES, Basic Enlisted Submarine School.
Is
And
that in Point Loma?
no, that's in whatchamacallit, Groton, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
But I was stationed in Point Loma. That's my second boat. But yeah, it's in Groton, Connecticut. And so you go out there, you just learn about the subs. So you get an introduction to what you're going to be encountering when you're actually going out on the sub. And then you go to your school, you learn your trade. So I was an electronics technician. And so I get to my first boat, and it's just not even close to what I was expecting. I was expecting the Hunt for Red October, and I got more down periscope. I got motherfuckers trolling you as a new person all the time. That's why I'm such a troll now. Like trolling the shit out of you, hazing the hell out of you when you'd be cleaning toilets, doing the dumb. They have you doing the dumbest shit. They have you doing errands and doing stuff that don't make no sense just to laugh at you. And then you can't go nowhere. You can't, I mean, you could punch a motherfucker in his face, but if he tells on you, you're gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's a challenging atmosphere. And you need to be, I don't want to say alpha male, but you need to be extremely masculine in order to hold your ground there. And motherfuckers do be stinking, man.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers be
man.
sharing.
Military man. Ultimate trolls, dog. Man, all
Yeah,
they
Of
play some
course.
stupid ass games, boy. I hate it, man. I hated that, man. I hate it, man. The worst thing I hated was field day, man. I hated field day. They
oh,
always play these
field
damn
day.
games, man. Field day, man. Like the Marines, like we had the worst. I feel like every branch I talked to, like field day was just a whole nother level, man. Marine Corps, man. And that shit was like it was strict, man. It was every week. It wasn't no like sometimes, and it was like motherfuckers be coming up through with white gloves and shit, wiping down shit,
Yeah,
man. And if your shit fucked up enough, man, they make you pull all your damn shit out. Look, you could be, it don't matter what floor you stand on, they're gonna have you pull your shit all the way out, everything, your bed, the dressers, all that stuff. Have you pull everything out, bring that shit downstairs, put it on the damn lawn. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? And then you got to go in the room again, clean the shit down real good. And it's like, man, because sometimes, like, even by the time they come check your room, sometimes dust will fall just a little bit. And if you get enough on your damn finger on that white glove, it's like they're gonna be like, oh yeah, your room ain't clean. I'm like, bro, man, stop the bullshit. You be doing that shit, it'd be 12 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying? People still
Clean it.
fucking with you, cleaning and shit, man. Cause every week, man, we had to buff the floors. And I forgot the time, but it was like certain times you strip the floor and you had to do a hard wax. But weekly, you had to buff the floors and like, man, the Marine Corps, man, it was serious like that, man. Just dealing with
Wow.
that dumb
Yeah,
shit, man.
that's the
Ray,
Department of the Navy, man.
Ray, you should actually, bro, you should actually do some shorts with some of your stories from the submarine. I think that would
That
be popular, man.
yeah, that would be a good idea. I would want to do it on another channel though. On
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah,
channel. Yeah, definitely. Man, so many stories, bro. So many
yeah.
stories of we had a phantom shitter on our submarine where yo, where you would just wake up one day, not me personally, but people would wake up on the submarine. And so in berthing, they would have your rack, and to get stuff into it, it was like a compartment where you actually laid down, and then So where you're laying at underneath is where you like store your stuff, like your magazines, your clothes, and shit like that. And like your shoes were meant to be kept in like a shoe holder that is on the outside of the rack. It actually hangs over the edge and is in the pathway, right? So every rack has a shoe holder there, and someone was randomly shitting in the shoe holders on the boat.
Yeah, hey, yo, for real, man. It be motherfuckers that do stupid shit like that, man.
Yeah, we had a female that did that same thing in the Air Force, man. And the reason why we said it was a female because it kept happening in the women's bathroom. She would go in the bathroom and shit on the floor.
What?
Yes,
Hey,
bro.
shit you not, bro. In the Marine Corps, we was in Iraq. Same thing happened. We had a female do that shit. She was an MP, and she used to go in the bathroom and shit all on the floor. And then hey, they was like, they used to call it, they was like, hey, we got a mad shit on the loose. And like they was trying to figure out who it was. They was like, we got the mad shitter that struck again. Hey, man. And they couldn't find out it was a goddamn chick, man. It was like, yo,
Yeah.
come on, man. White chick,
Yeah.
man. Nasty, man.
Yeah, this girl was doing it in the bathroom. I mean, it was lucky it was just in the girls' bathroom. So all the women came together and they were like, all the females are like, I don't know who's doing this, but they cut this, you know. I was like, yeah, y'all better get that shit in order over there.
Nasty. The only way the phantom shitter and the shits kept getting bigger, right? And it was crazy. The shits, the turds, sometimes they were so big, you like, how'd that come out of a human asshole? It looked like horse shit, right? And it was crazy, man. You know, it's just crazy, man. There's so much crazy shit I've seen on submarines, man. Phantom shitters. The person got caught because they used their fucking piece of watch paper that had their name on it, and bro, like it's crazy. But submarines, yeah, it was a challenge, man. It was definitely a challenge. So I kind of like,
yo, what up,
so I got a question. So you know how in the Navy you get, they pull up on ports. Like, do y'all have the same thing for submarines? Like, do y'all get a chance to pull up on ports and shit?
Yeah. So we are generally attached with a battle group, right? So I was on a fast attack. So obviously, okay, let me step back. When I was in, there were two types of submarines. You had your fast attack submarines, and then you had your ballistic missile submarines. The ballistic missile submarines had two crews, right? So a gold crew and a blue crew, and they would kind of always stay out, but they wouldn't go to port calls really, because they had.
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you was cutting out. Drew,
My bad.
did you see that? I just want to know if it just be, man. I saw your video cut out. Did you see his video cut out too?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I
don't know what that was.
All right.
But
go ahead.
what I was saying was, yeah, there's two different types of subs, ballistic and fast attack. I was on a fast attack. So the fast attacks are the ones that actually go and do port calls, because the fast attack subs are attached to a battle group. Like the Harry S. Truman. Like a battle group is like where the carrier is the center of the battle group, and then you have auxiliary ships around the carrier that are operating in international waters or wherever they're operating at, right? And so so I've gotten to go to France, Toulon, France, Gibraltar. I've been to La Maddalena, Italy, like 3 or 4 times. I've been to La Spezia, Italy. I've been to Naples, Italy. I've been down from Virginia because I was on the East Coast, from Virginia down to Puerto Rico. Then did a port call in Florida, like I think it was Port Canaveral. So so there's plenty of port calls depending on the type of submarine you go on.
Hey Ray, what did you think about sorry about that. What did you think about Gibraltar? I went there one time before. They got those monkeys on the top of the mountain. Do you see those?
They had the monkeys everywhere. You couldn't fuck with the monkeys because they're a national treasure. The monkeys will fling shit at you as you walk by.
Yeah, they're the only primates on the continent. I mean, well, in Europe, the only, like, I guess, natural primates of Europe.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I didn't even. Yeah, monkeys. I remember. So our weapons officer, we got drunk, and there's like a strip. I forgot the name of the city there, the name of the strip or whatever. But there's
the airstrip.
No, it's so there's a let me look this shit up because it's gonna bug me now. There's a port where we pulled into.
Is it
Uh,
Cadiz?
might have been.
Cadiz, Marbella.
It's
Those are
it
like the
was like
ports around
this was
Spain.
back in
Rota.
'99.
Because from Cadiz, I know Cadiz is kind of close. I was traveling over there one time. I went from Cadiz to actually Morocco on a like a kind of like a little shuttle boat that goes across like a ferry.
Yeah,
It was kind of dope. Yeah, Morocco is pretty neat, interesting, but the place they drop you off at is Tangiers, and man, that place is like all the begging, scams, people trying to scam you and whatnot.
yeah. I never been there. I'm trying to look at this right now. So there's a port. Yeah, maybe it's the Sand Pits area. Where's this port at? But at the there's a main strip we walked up and we went to a bar and the weapons officer got drunk and he would not like walk back down to the dock. And I had to march this dude in cadence. Mind you, this is he was a Lieutenant JG at the time, which is an 03 or 02, 03, 02. And I had to march his ass. Now, mind you, I'm enlisted. I'm a junior sailor at the time. I'm like a fucking E3. And I'm having a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This motherfucker all the way down. And I'm yelling, basically doing this. He's walking down, and there's fucking monkeys around. And they're flinging stuff at us. While we're walking, he's drunk. He tries to chase the fucking monkeys. It's crazy. So Gibraltar is crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked it though. It's very, very beautiful.
Yeah, interesting thing about that is that it's just a tiny bit of Spain, and it's separated by the runway. And basically, the planes land. They lift up these guardrails, and cars go back and forth, and they put the guardrails down. Plane lands again. Plane takes off. Yeah, it was kind of cool. I went there driving around and stuff.
See, I didn't get to see it because I was like, when you're in the Navy and you're a junior sailor, like they don't give you much liberty time to do stuff. So like we stayed there for like 3 days, and I was only able to get off the boat and go actually walk around the city like 1 or 2 of those nights that we were there for those 3 days. So I didn't, and then I wasn't driving at the time too. So
yeah, it's got like British, because the currency is British pounds, and then like I say, you cross that runway, you got Spanish pesetas. So it's like 2 different currencies, all in the same area almost.
Isn't there a casino there? There's a casino there, isn't there?
Hey, how much liberal time, like on the submarine? How much liberty did they give y'all to go out there and do y'all thing?
It depends. So it depends on. You can actually take leave on a port call if you want to, and there was a bunch of dudes that were doing that. But on any Navy ship, you need to get qualified first, right? So meaning qualified in your rates watch station and qualified with your warfare pin. And if you're not qualified your watch station and you're not qualified in your warfare pin, they're not going to let you take no liberty when you go on a port call. And so you'll have liberty locally, but you can't take like leave where you can just go for a week or 2 and go explore and shit like that. So when I went overseas, I was a junior sailor. And when I moved and got stationed out in San Diego, I didn't do any port calls. I was just basically going out to sea, doing ops, and then coming back. But we weren't going anywhere. I wasn't on the Westpac at all. So that's why I missed my chance going to Asia. But generally, a ship, depending on where you are, will pull into a port as minimum of 3 days, basically. Well, actually, I've seen 1 day port calls, but all the way up to like 2-3 weeks where you're just somewhere. That's why I spent a lot of time in La Maddalena, Italy, because we had the Emery S. Land submarine tender that was based out of La Mod. And so, they would like restock us with like parts and shit that we needed. Obviously food, we'd fix stuff. It was basically a Ford operating repair facility. So
Did
spent
you
a lot
ever
of time over there.
participate in RIMPAC?
RIMPAC. No, that's a Pacific Fleet thing, and I've never
Okay.
participated in that. Yeah, I was in San Diego, but I never went out like to port calls or was actually out and deployed like so. Rimpak is the exercise in the middle of nowhere, right? Where they're just
Yeah, it's in Hawaii. It starts off out here in Hawaii.
no, never done the Rimpak before. No,
Yeah.
but I almost got to go on a Unitas, which is like ops down in like South America, like doing drug interdictions and stuff like that. But I left my first boat before I had a chance to go do that. So really, the only thing I've been through was the deployment when basically a Mediterranean deployment when I was a junior sailor, and then our ship went to depot modernization. So we went to DMP for like a year and a half, and then they were scheduled to go on a Unitas, and I went back to sea school and then switched boats and went out to San Diego then. And so, but it was fun, man. It was definitely fun. You guys ever been out to Italy before?
Nah, I
No,
want to
not
go.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah,
Man.
I got a lot of stuff planned, man. It's a lot of places I'm gonna try to hit up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to Mexico a week after next, and then next weekend. Then I'm trying to go to South Africa. Man,
Yeah,
that's
I've been
man.
to TJ. TJ is the only place in Mexico I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, TJ crazy.
Yo, if you
TJ
go to South
crazy.
Africa, man, if you go to South Africa, you definitely gotta talk to Peso because he know all about South Africa.
Listen, man. Look, I put my app on. I put my Bumble on that joint, and I use OK Cupid. Man, I ain't never seen so many thirsty ass women in my life, dog. That shit, they real thirsty. Like out of
That's what I
all the
heard.
places I'd put my app in into every like playing all these countries, Brazil, Colombia, Asia. You know what I'm saying? Africa.
You,
It don't matter what country you put it in. You gonna
what's
get
I was
about
gonna say?
100,000 goddamn messages.
Peso, when he was there, you'll probably see the story if you go to his channel. But he talks about like he went down a wrong road or something like that. And like somebody had got murdered, and the guys beat him
Man,
up. Yeah, if
they
you
beat
look at his
Peso up.
channel, yeah, his channel is probably a video with him with bandages on his face, but he got beat up because he was like he made the wrong turn. And there was somebody that got murdered,
Oh
and there was
shit.
a bunch of guys that had that were there.
Yeah, yo, South Africa, like the women, yo, they look so beautiful. I see their
That's what I
videos.
hear.
Yo, okay. So when it comes to music, obviously, I'm from Brooklyn. I like hip hop and all that stuff, but I like house music too. So I listen to a lot of house music. I listen to a lot of Amapiano music. Like that's the music that they listen to out there. Like all of Africa, Amapiano is very, very famous. It's like a mix between, I don't know, house music and like jungle, but it's got like this really, it's like almost like it's like a mix between reggae and house music, man. That shit is dope. And I see these women at these parties in Africa, man. I'm like, yo, especially South Africa. House music is really, really big in South Africa. I see these women out there. I'm like, oh my God, they're beautiful. I see not one ugly chick, not one fat chick in the crowd. I see no weaves. They all wear their
Man,
natural hair.
bullshit.
Now, maybe
Yeah.
no,
Most
maybe you wouldn't.
all them girls I know got janky weaves, man. Janky lace front.
Maybe in Nigeria or Ghana,
No,
right?
all them places, all of
Nah,
them.
bro. Nah.
Look, most of every girl I
Nah.
talk to, man, every picture they got somewhere, I can look, I can tell the difference from an African woman just by their little lace front they got on. It's synthetic weave. A lot of them rock synthetic weave out there. I done
Yeah.
seen all their pictures, man. Look,
You
I can show you my
you know
damn
the one
Bumble, man.
place I seen some
Look,
beautiful African women, Madagascar.
Really?
Madagascar, bro. I was like, wow. I was shocked at how. I mean, I just seen like, man, there's some beautiful women in Madagascar.
That don't surprise me, man. That don't surprise me. They just the natural, natural people out there. Like they're not really mixed with a whole bunch of other cultures. So they, probably retain their beauty over the thousands of years, millions of years they inhabited that place. I'm afraid of them cockroaches out there in Madagascar, though. So you won't find me going nowhere near no fucking the Madagascar hissing cockroaches, man. Them shit's about as big as my fucking cell phone. They hiss at you and
Hey,
shit.
man, you're gonna have to be like what's my name? Who was that character Dave Chappelle would always play? The crackhead one?
Synthetic. All synthetic. You ain't gonna tell me. Most all their pictures got the synthetic weave. You ain't gonna tell me, dog. You're not
Okay,
gonna
so you
tell
going
me.
to
I got
okay.
100 of these mugs in my thing, man. Look, about 20. I can show you 20 different chicks, man. All of them got
Look
synthetic.
up
Listen, bro,
Madagascar.
you got it. You got it. That's South Africa though?
Yeah, this is on my Bumble. Yeah.
Yeah, look up
This
Madagascar.
is in
and see what you
what
see.
you call it? What's it called? What's the area? This is in it's Joburg, Johannesburg. Yeah.
Show me another one. Let me see.
I'm sorry.
Don't choose the worst one.
Nah, I'm gonna pick. I mean, she all right, she cute, but she still got the synthetic in there.
Oh, that's natural. That's her natural hair.
That ain't her damn natural. Bro. I'm looking at this shit, bro. That is not natural, bro. I'm looking at it. Now, this is her natural hair.
Yeah, true.
Hold on. Hold on. The screen went away. My bad. Man.
Listen, bro. I don't know. I'm just going off what I've seen because I watch these Amapiano. Have you guys ever heard of Amapiano before? That music?
No, I never heard of it. I was gonna look
Okay.
that up after we got off.
Yeah, look that up, man. You'll see there's
Can you
there's
spell it?
what I'll do is I'll send it to you I'll send it to the chat in the background in StreamYard. I'll send you a video of just the Amapiano party that's out there. I think it's in South Africa, the one that I'm going to send you. And yo, all the women, they look bad, man. I'm like, yo, what am I doing here in the States?
I mean, unless you rock with a chick that got some money. Some of them chicks, like them chicks in South Africa, got some money. Cause all the chicks I talk to are like pretty nice. They got professions. I talked to a lawyer that's out there. I'm grooming. You know what I'm saying right now.
Nice.
So that's what I'm trying to get out there to her and shit. And this maybe in July, because I'm gonna drop my daughter off in Georgia for a whole month so she can spend time on my side of the family, which my baby mama is tripping. And I'm like, why are you tripping? Like
that's
like
a family.
Who wouldn't be happy? Who wouldn't be happy to have a month off? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get to do what you want to do for a whole damn month, and you tripping.
Man, she's gonna
So-
find a way to complain. I can tell you this.
For
It's
real,
gonna be
man.
a
I'm like,
complaint
did I
against
complain
something.
with? I'm like, well, did I complain when you took you know what I'm saying, my daughter to France for a whole month? And I'm like, so it'd be that dumb shit. Like she get to do what she want to do, but you know what I'm saying? Like even like she always like last year she was always begging me, oh, I want to do this. I'm like on the weekend, on my weekend. I'm like, nah, you do it on your damn weekend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be goddamn asking me to sacrifice my goddamn weekend so you can go out and do whatever. One time she tried to get me to watch the baby while she go out with her boyfriend. I was
Hell
like,
nah,
man, you get the
bitch.
fuck
You
out
out
of
of
my
your
face.
fucking mind.
Like, man, you get the hell out of my goddamn face with that stupid shit. And then when I needed to go somewhere, she, you know what I'm saying, she didn't want to you know what I'm saying, watch, you know what I'm saying, my daughter on the weekend that I was trying to get off because I was trying to travel somewhere. And then she was like, oh no, remember? I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. I gave you a month in advance. You tried to see, the thing is, I don't have a problem doing it if it's a month in advance. Because the
You see
judge
that
was
right
like,
there?
hey, yeah, what is that?
Hashtag TBAS. These bitches ain't shit.
For real. So
Okay.
like
Yeah.
the judge is like, hey, you know what I'm saying, be reasonable, be responsible parents. And they was like, hey, you know, if y'all trying to have some type of thing where you're doing something, give them like a month, give each other a month in advance. So every time I try to go out, I always give like a month in advance. She'll try to hit me up like the weekend before and be like, oh, can you watch? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. I'm like, I got shit already planned. You know what I'm saying? They should try to hold that shit against me. Some goofy ass shit.
Because they don't care, Brian. They don't care. The judges let them get away with it. You know what I'm saying? That's really what the thing is. The judges, the legal system lets them get away with their fuckery. And,
Yep.
you know, you're held to a higher standard because you're the man and you're responsible for her, for the woman, but she just gets to go and fucking fuck your money off. Like I'm in the same situation. I got 50-50 custody of my son and I still have to pay this woman $1,000 plus a month. And
Shit, me too. I'm in the same
Yeah.
situation.
and I gotta
And
pay
then-
for childcare, And when we went to court, I'm before court, I'm making sure all my documents or my ducks are in a row, and I've got this financial paperwork. They make you put all your business out there and shit. And then obviously through the process of discovery, I get a chance to look at her paperwork. I see, oh, lie, bullshit. No, she doesn't spend $900 a month on car repairs. She doesn't pay for daycare. She hasn't paid for daycare since she left my house. Oh, wait, we got here. She says she spends $1,400 a month on vacations, and she only gets paid $2,500 a month, but she's spending $5,500 a month. And the judge didn't even look at it. He didn't even care. He said,
What state is it in?
Huh?
What state?
Georgia.
Oh,
He was like, yo, you make over $100K and this bitch is a bum, so you pay her that $1,000 a month. And it don't even matter if it's going to the kid or not.
Have you ever watched Lead Attorney?
All the time.
Yeah. He said Georgia is bad, man.
You ever watch Mr. Palmer?
No,
Or Minister Jap?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Mr. Palmer, he calls him. That's why I got baby mama terrors from Mr. Palmer. He really be breaking down the baby mama terrorists out here. He's very entertaining. Minister Jap, oh my God, extremely entertaining. But lead attorney's kind of red pill himself. I know
Yeah.
HB, you're saying that you're not really in tune with that red pill movement, but
I you know what I'm saying? I listen, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes that do like subscribe to it, you know what I'm saying? They kind of like they disgruntled themselves. Like I'm not disgruntled with American women at all. I just know what it is, because I learned at an early age, you know what I'm saying, how women operate. So I just kind of maneuvered around it, you know what I'm saying? And like at an early age, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit turned me cold-hearted. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like every time I just approach women, I just knew how to, you know what I'm saying, maneuver them. But
and that's
I
good.
don't waste no time. I don't play no games. I'm not doing all the extra shit.
Was your dad like present?
I mean, he was in and out, you know what I'm saying? He was like, my dad was a Rolling Stone. So
but did you have somebody give you that game, or did you absorb that?
I learned all that shit from Pimps and Players and Hustlers. Like when I was younger, I remember watching Pimps Up, Hoes Down on HBO and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That shit too. Yeah.
So,
but I guess I never soaked the game up. I never soaked the game up.
And then I hung around a lot of older dudes. So like, my sister was dating, you know what I'm saying, cats. Well, cause my sister like 11 years older than me. So like her friends and all that shit, they was always, you know what I'm saying, they was grown, and I seen how they interactions with women, and the stuff that they were saying, I was just picking up on it, you know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up. Yeah, I was a tender-hearted young simp for a long time, bro.
But look, that simp got knocked out of me age 14. Cause I remember, man, this girl I was dating, man, ultimately she broke the fuck out of my heart, bro. Like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I lost my virginity like when I was like 14. When I was 12, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? But it was like these. Once you get a taste of it, you kind of get addicted to it, especially at a young age. You're like, oh shit, what the fuck is this feeling? You know what I'm saying? So there was like times where, you know what I'm saying, it was just hard because girls, like too many girls wouldn't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? I was dating this one girl and I was trying to smash, man, spending all them damn hours on the phone, you know what I'm saying, trying to convince her.
What you doing? And
we went on the trip, man. Man, she fucked around and goddamn switched up on me, man, and got it in. Supposedly, I don't know if it was true, but like she basically like kicked me out of the damn back of the bus, sent me to the front with this other. They said, "Oh yeah, man, what's called back there doing it with your girl." I was like, "What?"
Damn,
man, bro, you talking about that shit? That's it. I was like, man, I turned to a cold hard player after that, dog. I ain't show no love, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like my high school, man, I was running through motherfuckers left and right, like showing no love. I wasn't playing no games with them, man. Like
I was running through. Yeah, I was running through girls in the Navy, but in high school, I was like on some simpy shit. Like I was like wanted to have a girlfriend. Like I had girls throwing themselves at me, but I wanted and I had a girlfriend. So I had a girlfriend for like 2 years, and I'm like, yo, now I'm looking back on what the fuck did I even deal with this chick for? You know what I'm saying? But I come from a long line of simps though, because my pops was a simp. He passed away this past May. But he was a super simp,
Sorry to
and
hear
I
that,
used
man.
to. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it was unexpected too, but he he was a super simp, man. And in his last 3-4 years of living, man, me and him actually we didn't get along for a long time, but you know, he was a simp, man. Like this nigga would just be gushy over the pussy, man, for no reason. He went to and he was a like that's another reason why I'm attracted to the passport bro movement. And number one is obviously learning about all these different cultures and shit like that, all these places, right? My dad is like one of the original passport bros, like this back in the 80s. So my dad was a New York City police detective in Brooklyn, homicide detective. And him and his friends, they would in like the 90s, 80s and 90s would go down to Brazil and go deal with the women down there and shit like that. So he would come back and show me the pictures of, you know, him get boning chicks and stuff like that. So I'm looking at this
Wow.
shit, dude. I'm
He
like,
showing you that shit?
yeah, come on, man. I'm like, you know, at this time, like
Um,
now I'm like the mid 90s, I'm like 14 years old. I'm like, oh, look at
So
the titties and shit.
you know what? Your dad was probably part of that original group of people, and I kind of remember this when I was younger, but you'll hear it come up every now and then on Passport Bro channels or channels of people talking about Passport Bros. But one of the original group of people who saw that Ebony magazine that was talking about
Mhm.
black men going to Brazil in the early '90s, and that was one of the reasons why the guy you'll hear them mention a guy named Charles Tyler.
Okay.
mhm.
Charles Tyler was one of the original guys who went down to Brazil and
Really?
was telling everybody like, "Hey man, these girls down here are beautiful. They're sisters. They're you guys got to start coming down here." And I think if you listen to BMT was probably one of the last people to meet him before he died. But yeah, look up. I think if you go on YouTube, look up Charles Tyler. I think his name Charles Tyler videos from Brazil. He's one
Yeah.
of the original brothers that got down to Brazil from the beginning. But it was all based upon an Ebony magazine that came
Ah.
out.
See, my pops, like, okay, my pops is Haitian, right? But my mom's is Puerto Rican. So that's why I'm so fucking bright. It's because my mom's is Puerto Rican. So my pops is a Haitian man, you know, he loved the Latinas. So that's why when him and my mom divorced, he was like, well, shit, like these American women, they on some other shit. And for a while, he was dating like most of his girlfriends. Actually, my brother, I have a younger brother, you know, his mom is African American. I don't, it's like she's like, you know, FBA. So, um, you know, but my pops loved the Latinas, so he started going down there to Brazil, and he lost his mind. He couldn't like he would just be saving up just so he can go back down to Brazil. He started playing the music. This nigga's playing samba and bossa nova around the house, and you know what I'm saying. he was buying like acai. He was like the first person that introduced me to acai and fucking the
Yeah.
guanana, the fucking soda they got down there. Shit,
Man, I love that shit, man.
that shit is dope. Yeah, it's oh that shit, I love it. Yeah, yeah. They sell it at BJ's.
Oh, for real? God damn. See,
Yeah,
we ain't got no BJs out here, man. Like,
yeah.
look, the first time I went to Brazil was 2006. I went there
Mm.
New Year's. This was way before that frustrated video that dude made. A lot of these dudes like that black man's options. A lot of these dudes like they think like they just the ones that just like really pioneered the movement to go to Brazil. Like I was on that Brazilian shit like way back when. The only
Yeah.
reason I got introduced to Brazil was I didn't know anything about that. That what is it called? Um, all that.
Carnival.
No, the Ebony magazine type shit.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Yes, I didn't know about it. I went out there because my ex, her family did the foreign exchange student program. And the girl, like once she got older, she invited, you know what I'm saying, my ex to Brazil, and that's how I ended up going. And
mm,
I was still in the Marine Corps, so I had to fill out this damn threat assessment package and all that shit. Because they was like, Brazil is dangerous, blah, blah. There's like, you need to know where the embassy is down there. You need to know the phone numbers and all that. You need to find us where you're going. So I had to fill out all that paperwork, just to take leave. And we
Hmm.
went down there
yeah.
for New Year's 2007. And man, like when we first,
Parts.
we on, because I don't know if y'all been in Brazil. Anybody been in Brazil?
Nah.
Yeah, I've been in Natal.
Man, bro, y'all need to go. But
I
Rio,
used
so
to
Rio
visit.
has like
Mm.
Rio has the beach road in Copacabana. Most beach cities have the main beach road, and then you have like the little second road. We was walking on the damn second road, like towards the north, not the north side, but it was the 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 eastern side. There's like a park that loops around. If anybody familiar with that, before you hit the second road street, man, there was this one chick walking towards me. It was like she was a black Brazilian, and she had like blonde, the hair on her skin. She had hairy ass arms, and it looked
It
as
was
sexy.
blonde.
But she was, yeah, it was blonde, and I was like, what the fuck? And she was like brown skin. I'm talking about she was fine as hell, and like I was like, God damn, I'm talking just beautiful. Like that bitch, like she was glowing. She looked like a motherfucking Super Saiyan dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Hey,
like, damn. I'm
I
like, I'm
put
with
the
my girl.
obituary to Charles Tyler in the chat.
Huh? Say that.
I
Say what
put the
now?
obituary
I
to
see his
Charles
obituary.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh okay. Yeah. When I seen that, man, I wanted to it's not coming up. It says a sorry. It's a
Yes, it's a big.
404 error.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I seen that chick, man, like I wanted to leave my girl right then and there, man. Cause I was like, man, ain't no way in hell like women that beautiful. Look, I didn't see women beautiful. Like, I mean, you see, like I seen a lot of women on TV that was beautiful, but not in person. But I was like, God damn. I'm like, shit. Cause even every city I've been to, I seen like some bad chicks, but like she was bad, bad. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
You ever
I
been to
said,
New York?
man, yeah, I've been in New York before. I done seen some baddies on the train.
Yeah,
Like, you
they
know what I'm saying?
everywhere in New York.
Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. Yeah, I tried to holler this one chick, man. She ignored the fuck out of me. I was like, damn.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned the
Them be-
hard words. They was like, motherfuckers don't talk on the train, dog.
nah, they don't.
Because
Nah,
I'm from the
they don't.
South. I'm like, shit, if you see a chick, you gonna kick it to her. Man, I was trying to holler at her.
Nah,
She was like, why the fuck you talking
look
to
at
me,
you like you
motherfucker?
crazy. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there be some bad bitches in New York. Every time I go back home, because I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta is the homes of wigs, weaves, and sandals out here. You know what I'm saying? The edges. These hoes out here got the edges that come down to their fucking
Yeah.
their eyebrows, and they wearing them long ass weaves and shit. So I ain't into none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If I can't pull on it and I can't run my fingers through your hair, I can't deal with you. So I go home to New York. Now, granted, some Atlanta women are very, very beautiful, but you got to be careful of the ones that have that transsexualized energy, the wigs and weave wearing assholes. But in New York, you know what I'm saying? I go home and I'm like, oh my God. Like I be like you, I be wanting to talk to him. Who's that?
So I'm trying to
Who's
get too
that?
much light.
Yeah, it was bright. You have to go on the center screen. Let us see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go home and I'm like, damn, we want to kick it to him too, man. Like, yo, what's up? What's good, shorty? Like, where you going? Let me come with you. You know what I'm saying? Let me, But I'm like, fuck it. I
Yeah,
just keep
I
walking
heard
half
that
the time.
Atlanta, man. You guys, I mean, because I guess because when I
It's the
listen to Lead
South
Attorney, he
African,
always saying,
the lawyer joint.
Oh, yeah, that's
Atlanta,
how
Atlanta,
she built.
big.
you got your pick.
You got
Trying
your
to catch
pick.
it at the right angle.
You
Yeah,
do.
I can
I
barely
can see it.
see
She got a
you
nice
though.
shape.
Man,
Yeah,
she
I
got
can
ass
see
and
it.
titties, dog.
In Atlanta, you got your pick, but like the culture out here, the female culture is like, okay, even if they don't have like the exorbitant weaves and shit like that,
They ain't going to
they
Cheesecake Factory.
they're not doing no basic shit. So you got to come on some like, yo, my pockets are deep type shit. And then at that point, you feel like you're fucking tricking, and I don't, man, if that's one thing that I'm not like, I'm too old to do now, is just like taking a bitch out and spending $500-600 on a date just to get in her good graces. And I ain't trying to do
Doing all
none of
that
that.
shit, man. Listen,
I don't
for
blame you.
man, I don't know, man. It depends on where you going, man. A lot of I get that shit. It has happened to me a lot, but you know what I'm saying? It depends on who you meet at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it might be you might meet some fun girls, you know what I'm saying? That's why you really have to, like me, like at a young age, I was always a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? Like, despite how I look, I'm old now, but you know what I'm saying? When I was my 20s, man, I was a fucking terror. But like when you dealing with like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like I do the numbers game. So it's like I'm hollering at so many chicks, you know what I'm saying? So I have a higher rate of success, you know what I'm saying, versus somebody who's not really, you know what I'm saying, getting out there as much, you know what I'm saying? So I never had like a disgruntled, you know what I'm saying, feeling about American women and shit, because I just knew, you know what I'm saying, it was just a numbers game sometimes. You know, some
Yeah,
chicks they fuck with you or they might not fuck with you. But I get that shit where when you trying to damn, you know, when a chick you trying to like really fuck with and you have to damn do all this extra shit, man. I was like, man, I kind of got over that shit real quick. That's why I kind of started traveling more. You know what I'm saying? I'm
yeah,
like, man, like dealing with women like in other countries and shit, because you don't have to do all that shit, man. You got them take a chick out, you know what I'm saying, in another country. I'm talking about regular chicks. These ain't no damn, these regular chicks, man. You take them out that first night and they like you and shit. And 9 times out of 10, they typically do. You smashing that night or like that next day. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no damn,
yeah.
oh, I got to wait, goddamn, you know, 3 or 4 goddamn dates and
Well,
spend
that's
X amount of
anywhere.
goddamn dollars.
That's what I like about Europe.
Yeah, Europe
That's
is
what I
like
like
that.
about Europe.
Yo, listen, Atlanta is the worst market for dating in general as a man, unless you're a simp, right? But like me personally, I'm not disgruntled at uh all American women, because trust me, when I go other places, yo, the girls, they show me love. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if maybe it's because I have a unique fucking mulatto mixed look or whatever. Like, but when I go to Phoenix, bro, it's crazy. Or when I go to Denver, or even when I was living in California, you know, I'd have a lot of girls, and see, I wouldn't even be looking their way. I wasn't even thinking about Asian girls at the time like that. I was just strictly like only wanted to deal with black women, you know, and that's why it's part of the reason why I moved to Atlanta. And then when I got here, I was like, yo, the first like couple of years I was out here, I've been here like almost 20 years. So,
I
you
heard it's
know,
easy in Atlanta though, man.
it is. It's very easy in
I
Atlanta.
mean, I heard it's like, it's not like you ain't gonna get no quality as far as like wifey
No,
type shit. But I heard it's like if you just trying to have fun, I heard it's easy out there in Atlanta.
it's very easy if you're just trying to have fun. But at some point in
Yeah.
time, how much fun can you have? Like, you just, it's like the same chicks over and over. They all look the same. They all dress the same. They all act the same. Like,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll just be, because I live in, like I said, I live in Stone Mountain, and when I go like to downtown Atlanta, or I go like to Buckhead and I go hang out there and stuff like that, you know, I see a different mix. But then like the girls that are local to me, I don't really even be interested in no more, because they're all wig and weave wearers, man. They all kind of
Yeah.
like act the same, you know. And I get the whole, you know, the whole quantity, the numbers game thing, you know what I'm saying? But that shit takes a time investment also that I'm not even willing to pursue. Like right now, I guess maybe my main focus is, my priority is my son, right? So
Mm,
when I don't
yeah.
have my son with me, then I get to go out and play. But other than
Yeah.
that, man, it's difficult dating in Atlanta, at least for me, because the type of women that is the actual the norm, or the that's abundant out here, is not even the type of woman that I'm looking for now. Like I want to try my hand at like some Latinas, and they got some Dominicans. They got a lot of Dominicans out here. There's a big Mexican community out here. So I've been
Mhm.
really trying to get myself ingrained with that culture and in that community, and sort of trying to embrace the Hispanic side of me, and go and get mixy with them. And then I also
You
like,
you speak Spanish?
nah,
Oh
I
man.
Well,
gotta learn.
you know, one thing I would suggest for you too, and this is a place that I've been bringing it up on several panels, and nobody ever goes there. And I'm like, man, how are people avoiding? How are people missing this place? They all go to DR. Go to Puerto Rico. It's you're
Man,
in the
look.
Yeah,
States.
I've been there, and
People are missing out on Puerto Rico. I'm telling you. I used to go
I would
down
love
there
to move there
all the time.
because, yeah, because you don't pay no federal taxes out there if you stay more than 100 and I think 82 or 83 days. And I've been out there before, um, and I've had luck out there, you know.
That would, yeah,
But
that's a quick, like probably $300 round trip to go down there from Atlanta, maybe cheaper than that. But
yeah,
that's why I would. That's what I was telling beginner travelers, man. I start in Puerto Rico. It's
Puerto
just like
Rico.
being in America. You don't have to worry about changing your money over. You learn the Spanish. You in America basically, but they just speak
Yeah.
Spanish.
And I
And
got
then
family
that's
out
over the
there.
DR.
I mean, Puerto Rico is known for being bad. Even just like the New York shit. I done seen them damn videos back in the day. Or
Yeah.
damn New York Puerto Rican Pride Parade, whatever the shit called, New York
Yeah.
No,
Puerto Rican days and
not
shit.
Pride. Whoa. Not Pride. Not Pride.
Nah.
Puerto
Puerto
Rican
Rican Day
Puerto
Parade.
Rican Day Parade. Yeah.
Day Parade, yeah, Puerto Rican Day Parade. Yeah, man. But the thing is,
bad.
man, the thing is, I never hear anything about travelers like talking about Puerto Rico as like the place to go. You know what I'm
They all
saying?
never go there. That's what I'm saying. It's
But the
almost
thing
like they
is,
see
but
it as
there's no
well.
good. But the thing
They,
is, man, people don't talk about it though. So it
bruh,
must
they
not be
all
hitting on
going to
anything.
trick. They're all going to where they can trick, man. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. Like
Because they're
that's
using
what.
the dollar in Puerto Rico,
Yeah,
right? So
because
they're not getting that big of a bang for their buck, but in the DR,
exactly,
they get
exactly.
yeah.
Because that's the thing. When BMT left Medellin, I was like, okay, I thought he was trying to go somewhere different, but they go to the same places. He went straight to DR. And that
Hmm.
is either he's going to DR, he's going to Thailand, he's going back to Colombia. They just going into the what is called it, the tricking five.
Yeah. Look. When I was going to the DR, I didn't even understand why people was looking at me sideways every time I said I was going to the DR. Cause like I really didn't get it because I didn't know nothing about the tricking shit, the tricking side of DR. Cause when I was going to DR, I was meeting chicks on Dominican Cupid. So I used to pipeline through that, and I used to go out there and kick it with chicks like that my way. I never had to give none of these girls money. Some of them started asking me for money after a while, you know what I'm saying? After me going out there meeting them and shit, then they start hitting me with, oh, I ain't got no money. My baby, then they send me pictures of their empty refrigerators and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm
Wow.
like, you just don't know who I am, bitch. I got a motherfucking ice box, you know what I'm saying? Where my heart supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit. I'm like, shit. That shit don't pull on my goddamn heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? You buy sending me pictures, and then I just cut them out after that, but cut them off after that. But that was my thing. When I was going to the DR, I was going like I didn't know about Sosu or none of that shit. I used to go to Santo Domingo, another hot spot that I love. Somebody told me about was La Vega. I spent a lot of time in La Vega. La Vega is where they have like the big festival at. Is right south of what's that shit called? What's that shit called? Where you fly in through? What's the name of that airport
Santo
you fly in
Domingo.
through? No, no,
No,
no, the one up
San
north.
Miguel is Miguel's
Uh,
Munoz or something, right?
no, the city. What was it?
Oh, San Juan, San Juan.
No, no, no. Let me look it
Oh,
up, man. Hold
oh,
on.
you talking about Puerto Rico or you talking about
Talking about DR,
No, the
right?
DR, the DR.
Santo Domingo, right?
Santo Domingo,
Not
yeah.
no, not Santo Domingo is the south. The one that's
Puerto
north.
Plata?
Puerto Plata. No,
Yeah,
no, no, no.
Puerto Plata.
Santiago. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Santiago. Yeah, Santiago. The La Vega's right south of Santiago. And Santiago. Oh, Santiago is another little spot too, man. Hot spot. And I used to talk to a chick in Santiago. So I used to get a rental car, man, because I was like gangsta out there. This was like 2015. So I used to get a rental
Salute.
car and drive around the DR and shit like because chicks look at me, they think I'm Dominican. So a lot of people just like start speaking Spanish and shit. I'm like, I ain't Dominican. You know what I'm saying? They were all American. They were like, they were like, what? You know what I'm saying? Then the people start showing me love. I never got in a sticky situation. I'm lying. I did in Santiago, Santo Domingo, where dudes try to rob me. They tried to rob me for some money. They let the air out of my tires because me and this Dominican chick, we parked down the street from this restaurant because there was no parking close by. So I had to park at the most close spot available. So we got them went and got something to eat. Then we came back out. My damn tires are flat. I'm like, what the fuck? So they came out with
Mm.
the little hustle, like, oh yeah, we'll help you change your tire and all that shit, blah blah. And then once I realized it was a goddamn hustle, man, it got real active out there because I ain't no pussy. So I seen dudes start pulling up on motorbikes and shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So the first thing I did, I picked up a brick, and then everybody got scared and they backed off and shit. And I made the motherfuckers change my tire. I made them change my tire. I said, I know y'all did that shit. I like, hey, change my shit. And then they was like, give me some money. I was like, you ain't getting shit. And then they was like they said we going to the bank. I said we ain't going nowhere. Then Buddy got in the back seat of my car. Then I snatched his ass out the car and you know what I'm saying, threw him to the ground. And all these people, they was just looking like they was looking crazy, like what the fuck? So I was like, bro, y'all ain't finna hustle me. That shit could have went sideways. Dudes could have put up on machetes or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
that's
I
what I
had
was
that
about to
brick in
say.
my hand, hey, cause I'm big, so I'm like 6'2". So all them dudes like damn, they're like 5'5", 5'6", you know what I'm saying? So they really didn't really want no smoke, you know what I'm saying? But that was me being reckless, cause like I was kind of like just really didn't understand, like, shit like that can happen. And I couldn't believe that shit was happening. And I was like, hell no, y'all ain't finna goddamn get me out here. Yeah, I ain't no weak motherfucker.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had, I used to get a rental car. I drive around all the DR. I'd be all up, drive up from Santo Domingo. I'll drive up to damn, what's the place I said again? Freaking
Santiago.
yeah, Santiago and shit. And then I'll drive to Puerto Plata and shit. And then the last time I went to the DR, because I had 2 chicks up there. I had one chick, like this is what I do. I go out there for a week, and then I get the resort. The resort be like $99 for like 2 people. All you can eat, all inclusive. So I get a all inclusive for 7 days. I have one chick, you know what I'm saying? I spend some time with her, and then I go get another chick, and then I just spend the whole time with her and type shit. That's what I was doing. So that was my game and shit. I was never like out there spending no money. I never had to pay them nothing. They never asked me.
That's
Well,
what's up.
later on they did, but like during the time I was out there, they wasn't like, "Oh, Poppy, send me some money," you know what I'm saying, for you see me type shit. All that they never came at me like that. You know what I'm saying? I
They're
think they
playing the
really trying to
long
get that.
game.
Yeah, they was trying to play longer. They was trying to get that green card, but you know what I'm saying? I wasn't having it. But I was going along with it too. I was like, "Oh yeah, you gonna be my girlfriend, all that shit, blah blah blah." You know what I'm saying? I was like, I was just running the game and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but that was my thing. And then the last trip when I went out there, I met a dude. He was Dominican, but he's from New York, but he moved back to the DR, and he was telling me about Sosur. He's like, I can take you. And I was like, but I was with you know what I'm saying, with the girl and shit. And I was like, nah, I'm good. He's like, man, you go to Sosur. He said, Sosur's not that far from here. This is in Puerto Plata. He was like, it's like 30-minute drive. He said, man, that's where all the hoes at. I was like, what? He was just telling me that. Like, and then when I got home, I did a YouTube search. And the video was garbage. It was just dudes, it was different. It's different from the videos where dudes are posting today. It was way more lit, like around 2015, man. It was crazy. So,
I seen
but
some of them.
I never been to Sosur. None of that.
I
None of that
seen
shit.
some of them videos. I seen some of them girls, man. They're beautiful. Them fat asses, pretty faces. You know what I'm saying? But I grew up around. There's a lot of Dominican girls I went to school with and shit like that. But I can't even see myself because of the stigma that the DR has. I can't even see myself really taking a trip out there, because then everybody's gonna know, like, all right, you going to the DR? What you gonna do out there?
Yeah, that's what people were saying to me, and I didn't understand what the hell they was. I was like, why they keep? I thought they were just saying because I was just going to fuck with a Dominican chick. Now I learned that they was talking about, oh, you going to Sosur or some shit like that. And I was like, nah, I was never on that shit.
Pay for play.
And I was never on that either, too, because that's, I had always, when I would go to Puerto Rico, they always say, oh, man, stay out of DR, stay out of the DR. And I was like, okay. And then that's when I learned. I was like, oh, that's what's going on in the DR. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know. Yeah. But yeah, I wonder what it used to be like back in the days, though, like when the guys first got there. That's probably when it was at its best. I heard now it's just
ruined.
Go there. Yeah, I heard it's
social media is ruining everything though. I think social media has a big part to play because
I agree.
The word spreads faster, and then the chicks, they get access to the social media and they're leveraging the social media to fucking line up as many guys as they possibly can. And so,
but not only that too, you had, when I look at it over the years in traveling, when I lived on the East Coast, you got to think there was no Spirit Airlines that went down to DR. That was an American airline flight, and that the flight cost a lot more. But now you're looking at Spirit, Southwest, probably Frontier goes down there. I don't know what airlines go down there, but those are all discount carriers, and they're all going down there for less than $200. So that's why you have the J Rillos and the other cats that are going down there that are messing everything up because they're just, they're not spending much. You got a dude that's going down there. I mean, he's going on there for real with $1,000 in his pocket. No, no contingency money, just $1,000, and a round trip plane ticket back. He's spending 2 to 3 days down there and coming home. So,
yeah, I think now, I want to go to Panama next. That's my first international destination in a while. But Panama is where I really want to go. I've been watching videos. Panama is one of them, and then Belize is another one, and then El Salvador because of the Bitcoin standard, and I want to eventually look at maybe buying some real estate in El Salvador now that the president has gotten the gang situation cleaned up significantly out there. So I'm thinking there's got to be some some cheap real estate. Like Belize is another one with it, where I've seen a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've seen like people starting to really pick up on going to Belize and looking at real estate and purchasing stuff out there. So
Yeah,
um,
there's a brother that he appears on panels every now and then, and I think he does have a YouTube channel. Brand Jor, he's Panamanian, uh, black Panamanian brother that appears. He's got
okay,
dreadlocks. Brand Jor, Branjour. I think that's how you spell his name. But yeah, look
Oh
at his
yeah,
channel.
okay,
He
bro.
shows up. He goes. He's really heavy into the real estate stuff that's in
oh
Panama.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
one of
he
my best friends is Panamanian, Roberto Berto, that
yeah
I was stationed with out in the Navy, and he I've been trying to he'll go and he won't tell me he's going, and we just can't get our dates coordinated. So, but I really want to go down with him. It'd be cool to meet one of you guys out there, one of you whoever, do a YouTube collab or just link up with Ray. I know Razor is going out there. I tried to hit him up on IG and ask him the dates. He's going, I think, in a week or something like that,
yeah.
or maybe
He's
next
probably
week.
gonna link up with Brand Jor because Brand Jor is on his
Okay,
panel all the time, and
nice,
that's
nice.
probably who you'll see. But bro, if you're looking at real estate, I'm gonna say it again. Pull up Realtor now and look at houses in Puerto Rico. See how much there's places like a less
I
than
have.
$100,000.
There are, but nah, the prices they're going up. See, another thing too is like you got to think about with Puerto Rico. A lot of the infrastructure was damaged because of the hurricane situation out there,
Yeah,
right? So
man.
they had lost a lot of power out there. So, but I would get on Zillow every now and then. I follow like the real estate markets, not really internationally, but like in places I'm interested in. And Puerto Rico was one of them that I was looking at because number one, I got some like long lost family that's out there, and I know they would like not I don't want to say take me in, but chaperone me and take me around places and stuff like that. Kind of make sure I don't really fuck myself up out there. Because I would probably let loose because it's Puerto Rico, but it'd be good to link up with family and stuff like that. And so I was looking at like different places in Puerto Rico, and they got some beautiful houses out there, and they are for what you're getting a lot cheaper than in the States, but it's hit or miss. I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, it's kind of hit or miss out there depending on where you're going and what you're doing and stuff like that as far as which area you're moving to. So you may see some of the properties out there, they're like under 100K for them, but some of them might have like infrastructure problems. Like it's people like it's good to have a fuel tank, and it's good to have like a potable water supply out there because the infrastructure just never got back to where it used to be. And the United States really ain't sending no money out there to build it up. Now, if you got like Dorado, like that, those areas like El Dorado, like the touristy areas. I'm looking at Marriott, and I'm seeing, the Ritz Carlton out there is like fucking $6,000 a night. You know what I'm
Yeah, like
saying? So
San Juan, it's
San
that
Juan,
Coronado. I'm not Coronado,
yeah,
but is it Coronado?
yeah, I think it's
I'm trying to
Coronado.
remember.
There's like a rich area out there where all the
Yeah,
crypto bros they actually, because that's a hot spot for day traders. It's a hot spot for um crypto bros because of the tax shelter of not
hmm
having to pay any federal taxes if you stay down there for more than half a year. So that was another reason I was looking to go out there too, is
yeah.
because of that tax shelter. But
Do
hopefully
you
I get
use your
custody of my.
crypto to travel?
I'm not. I ain't spending no crypto. Nah, I
Yeah,
don't. I'm
there's
hot
a site.
holding.
I don't know if you're familiar with this site called Traveler.
Yes, where you can spend crypto to buy plane tickets and shit.
Plane tickets, hotels,
Yeah, my
food,
boy
whatever.
did it. So I had to go to Denver. We had to go to Denver for a life insurance conference back in this past August, and I booked my ticket through Frontier, which I fucking hate, and he booked his ticket through Travolo or Traveler, whatever, and he was scared that he wasn't going to get his ticket, man. Like he was like, shit, like they haven't sent me any emails. It took like 48 hours for him to get confirmation that he actually got the ticket. But I've heard of it before. I just right now I'm holding on for dear life because Bitcoin is about to explode in the next 2 years,
Yeah,
and I ain't spending nothing. I'm trying
I
to
don't
buy.
blame you.
Yeah.
Baby. Just hodl.
I'm hodling until 2024, till the end of this year, maybe till the end of 2025. Once that market picks back up significantly. Once I see six figures on the Bitcoin per Bitcoin, that's when I'll be spending a little bit of money. But for now, nah, I'm buying.
Yeah.
So you guys,
Yeah.
are you invested in crypto at all?
Yeah, I've been in it since 2017.
Nice.
So I got into it. So guy I met in the Air Force, man, he was like, man, you gotta jump into this Bitcoin. And he had bought them at he bought a couple of them at like $1,000 a coin. And
Nice.
so I was like, oh, okay, let me try to get in on this. And yeah, I got in early, I got in when it was like probably $4 grand a coin. But I
Nice.
got that, and I got some Ethereum. I only hold three, and it's
The core
Bitcoin,
coins, right?
Ethereum, huh?
The core
Yeah,
cryptos.
yeah,
How
Bitcoin,
about you, HP?
Ethereum, and I got some Chainlink. I'm heavy on Chainlink.
Yeah, me too. How about you, HB? Oh, your
Is
microphone
Mike?
is.
Yeah, but that
You got
Chainlink,
the
man.
MV7 right there. I like that Shure mic. That's the MV7. That's not the X. The X is USB. Yeah, that's the MV7. But yeah, I've been involved with, not involved, but I've been in and out and knew about Bitcoin.
Mhm.
This is gonna sound crazy. So the Bitcoin white paper was released, I think, in 2009 or 2010. We hear you.
Yeah, Sunday night smoke. You're absolutely right. It is everywhere. It's everywhere around the world. And matter of fact, I mean, if you go to Las Vegas, it's in the outer counties and brothels there. So yeah, you're right. It's everywhere.
What up, Kid Idol one? Kid Idol one? Yo,
Mhm.
yo, you sold at 42K. Hey, at least you profited though. I mean, what's that? A 10x on the crypto. Um, I've bought and sold at various junctures since like 2013. My worst mistake was uh not fulfilling 1,000 Bitcoin order back in, I think it was 2012. I had
Oh wow.
yeah, it was like either 2011 or 2012. The only way to buy Bitcoin back then was you had to do a wire transfer
Hmm.
to a bank in Europe. And in exchange for that wire transfer, they would send you these tokens called eGold, right? And then you would take the eGold and exchange your eGold for Bitcoin on an exchange. And I had to order, and you couldn't do it in real time back then, right? Like you couldn't just click a button on your computer. You had to go to your bank, do the wire transfer, and then you'd have to basically wait for a confirmation email, and then you would get your eGold sent later, sometime later on, maybe a day or two, and then you take that and then you'd buy your Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I was scared, man. I didn't want to send that money. I thought it was a scam, right? And so yeah, it was like I had 1,000 Bitcoin queued up, and then another time
Wow. God, if you'd
back.
have held on to that. Oh man.
But yo, when I was like maybe like a year later, Bitcoin was like $10 a Bitcoin.
Hmm.
And I was using Bitcoin to buy shit on the dark web. I was buying weed, I was buying mushrooms, I was buying all kinds of shit. And you know, just doing crazy shit like that. And
Yeah.
so I had
Yo,
we hear you.
Yeah, we got
there
you
we go.
now.
My bad. Yeah, keep going.
Are you
Sorry.
good? No. So I had like the last transaction I did, it was like 13 Bitcoin that I had. It was like $130 worth of Bitcoin. It was a lot easier to buy then. This was like
Oh
2013 going
wow.
into 2014. And yeah. And then then after that, and I think in 2017 or 2016 when Bitcoin was 1,000, I bought like two of them and I sold them when they doubled up. So Bitcoin went from 1,000 to 2,000 that summer, and
Wow.
I sold them at 2,000. And part of the reason why I sold them was to fund my dog's surgery. So I had an American Bulldog, and he hurt his knee. I guess he had to have his knee reconstructed, and so I sold the Bitcoin to basically pay for that surgery. And
Mm,
so,
wow.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
then
Yeah, like I knew about Bitcoin and I missed the wave. Like that shit been biting. So I bought a whole bunch of that shit. But the thing is, none of my shit hitting, man. I'm like, damn. But like I was pissed though that I missed that wave, man, because like
you
it
didn't
just
miss
didn't
it.
work. No, I'm
You
talking
didn't
What
miss
about
what
it.
like
happens
that.
is there's so
I'm
many
talking about
different
I'm talking about
coins.
with the Bitcoin shit, like the actual Bitcoin. When that shit was like when it was like down like below $1,000,
Yeah.
a coin. That's what I'm talking about. Because a lot of people I knew, they was like millionaires after that shit, man. When that shit skyrocketed up to like 60K, whatever, how much that shit went up to.
So the
I got a whole bunch of the little bullshit ass coin and shit, and I got like a little bit of was it Litecoin and some Ethereum,
Yeah.
yeah,
but I don't have enough money in that shit like to really hit like that. You know what I'm saying?
but not now. What you got to think of is the long term. Right now, because the Bitcoin ETFs got approved, that has now granted there were Bitcoin ETFs in other markets in other areas, but there's no bigger capital market in the world than the US capital markets, right? And so because the Bitcoin ETFs got approved in the United States, you're starting to see a lot of capital inflow. Actually, Bitcoin is the most successful ETF by BlackRock. Yeah, Bitcoin is the most successful ETF in the history of ETFs, and it was just released. So, there's still an opportunity there, man. Trust me. In 2021, I bought one Bitcoin, and I paid 36 grand for that Bitcoin, and I had sent $36,000 to Coinbase for one Bitcoin. So
Wow.
as long as
Yeah.
you get,
I was about to say there's
yeah,
a company out there right now that they've been scooping them up. I mean, left and right. This guy named Michael
MicroStrategy,
Saylor. Yep,
Michael
Michael
Saylor
Saylor.
with
Yep.
MicroStrategy. Yep,
Yeah.
that's
He's been
correct.
killing them, man. He's they were so cash heavy that he was like, the rate of inflation with cash, he's like, we're losing money having all this cash. They put it in Bitcoin, and man, I think they bought their coins at like, I don't know, they probably bought them at the low 30s when they got into it initially, but man, they're still buying them up. And look at,
33,000, I think, is a number for
yeah,
MicroStrategy. Their average Bitcoin price paid is at like 33 or $32,000. So,
it's
you know,
crazy.
uh, yeah. Kid Idol is saying, ETH ETF is coming soon. Buy the BlackRock ETF. Yeah, I mean, they all got approved on the same day, all 11 of them, and BlackRock is the largest one, and BlackRock is seeing the largest capital inflows. So I think like this is like your last. I want to say this. So between now and the halving event, that's like late April, early May, this is like your last opportunity to buy Bitcoin at its current prices. Like I don't think Bitcoin will ever be, what is it today, 50,000 or $49,000 today. It's
Yeah,
never going to be. I don't think it's ever going to be that low again after all the money that is racing into it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's not even what once the ETF capital inflows, because it's consistent like $200 million a day of buying of Bitcoin, and I think they're pulling off the market like 3,000 or 3,300 Bitcoin total, like off of the open market. And there's only 900 Bitcoin mined a day, and that 900 is going to go down to 450 Bitcoin that can be mined a day. So they're outpacing the rate of Bitcoin supply. So there's going to be a time in the next year or two where there's not going to be any Bitcoin left, and there's not going to be any people willing to sell their Bitcoin, or not enough people willing to sell their Bitcoin. I think that's why eventually the price per BTC is going to go, probably this cycle anywhere from like 100K all the way up to maybe like $200,000-$300,000. Some people even
wow.
saying $1 million per coin.
No, I don't think it's getting
How
as
does
low
that
as
shit
this.
work? Like when you buying it through Bitcoin? I mean through Coinbase.
Coinbase.
How does that? I mean, because you buying a piece of it though. But how does that shit work though?
Well, you're trading fiat for Satoshis, right? So if you're buying a piece of it, Bitcoin is divided up into 100 million pieces called a Satoshi, right? So each one of those, it's like, say, for example, Bitcoin is $50,000. Well, divide 50,000 by 100 million, and that's the price you pay per Satoshi. So you spend $1,000, you get that requisite amount of Satoshis, right? And when you buy enough an exchange, a lot of people think of an exchange as like your like E-Trade or your Fidelity or like your Robinhood, where you're buying a stock and you kind of leave it there on the exchange. And with the whole point of crypto is to self-custody the actual crypto yourself, is to take control over that. And so not your keys, not your crypto is the mantra that's used within the crypto community. And so the best thing to do is that I use the exchange to buy it. And then when you buy it and the exchange deposits that crypto in your wallet, the best thing to do is to take that off of your exchange wallet and put it onto either a hot wallet like Exodus IO or MetaMask, or a cold wallet like a Ledger or a Trezor, something that you're writing the keys down to, you're storing it in a safe somewhere.
And HB, to chime in real quick, what he's talking about, that's how that guy got robbed in Medellin, was that he had his that 25K on the exchange. And so they just went in there in his account, logged in, bam, transferred it, and yep, and it was gone. But it can be traced, to the wallet.
Yeah.
Every
transaction.
I was looking at it right now because I was trying to figure out, like, trying to go back and look how much did I pay for that the Bitcoin that I did buy. I'm trying to figure out how much was the price at the market at the time.
When was it? What year?
When did I buy this? I bought it May. I think I can just go back and slide back. So I bought this shit March 2023. So let me see how much the price was.
It was like 15 or 16,000 around that time. It was cheap. It was, people were down in the dumps, right? Everybody was like, "Oh shit, Bitcoin's in the fucking shit."
It was like 28 grand. I think it was around 20 grand. I bought it. Yeah, 28 grand. Damn, you know what, man? I should have bought more of that shit, man. The shit went up. Shit didn't even like, I should have bought more of it, but I didn't think, like, I was just, oh man, like,
you didn't think it was gonna go up, but it's gonna go up.
No, I'm saying I thought it was just done for. I was like, man, Bitcoin crash out like that. I mean, I understand it's like that's the best time to buy, but I just didn't buy enough of it, man. When you know what I'm saying? When it went back up.
Yeah,
I've been buying like a whole bunch of this other bullshit, man. Like the little
thing that in the crypto market, everyone says if you can buy 0.25, and I think now everybody says you can buy 0.10, you'll still be straight.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I just put like whatever money I can towards that shit. Yeah, because I bought some Ethereum, I got some Bitcoin Cash, all that bullshit, Litecoin, like little stuff like that, hoping that shit ever pop off.
It will. The saying, a rising tide lifts all ships, right? Yeah. So when you see $200 million of purchasing into these ETFs and 3,000 Bitcoin being taken off the market per day, with only 900 being mined, and that number will go down to 450 being mined because of the halving event that's occurring in April, there's going to be a crazy supply demand, and there's not going to be any supply left. And so that is going to boost prices. And, with Bitcoin, so have you ever or think about investing in gold and silver, or are familiar with gold and silver ETFs at all?
No, I never heard of that.
So there's also gold and silver ETFs, right? And the gold price before the ETFs came out was around, I think it was like $250 or something like that. And the ETFs dropped like in 2005. And you could take a look at the price of gold from before and after the ETFs came out, and gold has never went back down to where it was before the ETF was introduced. just because of all of the capital inflows that are surrounding. People are buying the ETF. These lazy investors would much rather buy the paper representation of the gold than to actually buy the physical gold themselves, right? And so, and then there's also options trading on ETFs, and there's a lot of capital that's flowed into gold, specifically. And with Bitcoin, we're looking at the same sort of situation on the horizon, where there's just going to be a ton of capital. There's already a ton of capital inflow into Bitcoin in general. The prices will never be in the 50,000s or 60,000s again. Once it hits six figures, it ain't coming down, because the market conditions won't support a lower Bitcoin price. And me personally, I think in maybe 10, 15 years time, Bitcoin may eat the real estate market to some degree. You'll have parity, meaning, like, I think the real estate market is like a $20 trillion market. Like, that's the aggregate amount of all the real estate in the world. Well, besides people that are buying real estate to live in, what is the other thing people do with real estate? They buy it to invest in, to make a rate of return on it. And when people see that, okay, I can, buy a house and I can have a renter live in this house, and I can make, over the 30 years that I'm mortgaging this house from the bank, I can make this specific rate of return. But Bitcoin's rate of return is 100% a year versus a house, which may be, sub 5% a year in return. Why would I invest the money into buying a house? Why don't I just put it in Bitcoin? It's going to go up. I think Bitcoin will start to eat certain markets like that. Like Bitcoin is bigger than Amazon. Bitcoin is bigger than, name a large company, and Bitcoin is bigger than those large companies already, so it's just only a matter of time.
I
Hey,
don't know,
fellas,
man.
I gotta drop off real
Even though
quick.
I own Bitcoin, I'm on the fence about that shit, because that shit volatile like a motherfucker. You know what I'm
Over
saying?
what
Shit
time
go
horizon?
shit. I mean, right now, you were just seeing how it's reacting. Since the inception of it. I mean, it's gone up, but like, just like it took that drop, it went all the way up to 60K, and then it went right back all the way down last year, drop like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you got
But if
like
you have
the whole shit, like with the Dogecoin shit. You got all these little fiat coins and all this bullshit ass, you know what I'm saying? Shit, just like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I'm just investing in it, but I'm not banking my whole investment on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
you're
Because
not
you
a
don't know what might
believer,
happen. No, I'm not. To be honest with you, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I just get it just to hold on to it to see what it's gonna do. I bought it at a low amount. I don't spend too much of my money into that shit. Like, I rather stand on something like some tangible investments, like real estate. You know what I'm saying? Even though he says low rate of return, but you know what I'm saying, if you know how to play the market correctly, you know what I'm saying, you can gain a bunch of properties and have a whole bunch of goddamn um number of, you know what I'm saying, real estate, you know what I'm saying, additional
I
funds
agree.
coming in. Cause
I,
like, the thing is with that Bitcoin shit, man, like, so we can have a cyber attack or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the fuck might happen.
a
The
cyber
damn
attack
networks,
be able to wouldn't bring down Bitcoin.
the networks will break down. Man, that shit, man. Look,
Nope. Bitcoin has been
listen,
out since 2010,
listen,
and
check
it's
this out.
never.
If some
It's, no, 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 no.
if somebody wanted to drop a nuke or some
Nope.
type of weapon to destroy the whole network, somebody can shoot down the damn satellites and shit. You don't have no assets. No, look, that shit it's not gonna be a physical asset to trade. It's gonna be all people gonna be trading assets, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the old days, it's gonna be gold and silver, something
So do you have
tangible.
gold and silver?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I
I
invested in
I
that shit
do.
earlier. I got a safe I can show you right now. See, it's gonna
I
be
do too.
tangible assets as people gonna need. I got a whole ton of ammo. I got like a
I do
fucking
too.
like tons of ammo, shit like that. That's physical and shit. That's what I'm
I
saying.
do
Like,
too.
I wouldn't totally bank my whole, you know what I'm saying, my portfolio on Bitcoin and shit. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
like that.
but
Because anything, especially when we just keep getting digital, that stuff become unsafe.
okay. So to refute what you said about a nuke, if a nuke is dropped and one city is blown up, uh, that won't bring Bitcoin down. If a nuke
Okay.
is
All right.
dropped, if the entire United States is obliterated and you're not living here and you own Bitcoin, and say you're in Singapore or you're in the United States and China gets obliterated off the map, Bitcoin is distributed. You can mine Bitcoin with a pen and a paper.
That shit ain't
Technically.
okay, technically, but that shit ain't gonna be no. Listen, okay, I said a nuke. That was a poor example. I'm talking about an EMP bomb and shit like that. A nuke can be something like an EMP, use it an EMP bomb. But
Right.
I'm saying, like, if it's something the networks get knocked down, nobody has access to the network, the internet, and shit like that. That shit is
Nobody
pointless.
across the world.
Yeah, across the world. If somebody it's some chaotic shit. I don't know if you be watching them damn movies and shit, man. Motherfuckers like people
Don't you
having
think
these contingency plans where they can just like, you know what, we're gonna shoot all the goddamn um all the satellites out of the damn
like
sky and
James
shit.
Bond, like GoldenEye?
No, I'm just saying like that shit it's please be telling me we ain't got the technology, the people, the governments don't have that type of shit in the back of their mind. If they
I'm
wanted
saying,
to do some shit like
I'm
that, or some type of
no,
terrorist organization get hold of that type of stuff and just want to do
no.
some crazy shit like that, you
Why
don't think
would
that
they
ever
want
could
to?
happen?
No,
Man,
I don't
people are
think
chaotic.
not the
People do a lot
people
of
are.
stupid shit for no reason.
But why would you destroy you? First off, you couldn't EMP the whole world all at once. It would take a coordinated effort of multiple nukes blowing off at the same time to EMP the, and then at that point in time, like, that's the last of your worries is the Bitcoin, right? When you're having to search for food, even if one city gets nuked, the Bitcoin will be the last of your worries. But if one city, at least if one city gets nuked or an entire country gets nuked, that Bitcoin blockchain is distributed. So every single transaction in every node is kept on the node. It's kept on the actual individual Bitcoin node itself. And as long as there's one node in the Bitcoin network, right, that is up and active, then you're able to actually verify transactions against that node is the Bitcoin network. So the Bitcoin network hasn't been down since its inception. There's other bullshit coins like Solana that are not decentralized to the point where they have outages. But look it up. Bitcoin has never had an outage. Bitcoin has had forks because people have tried to take over the network. But Bitcoin has never had an outage since its inception. And there's like one scenario that people like to bring up of, it's called a 51% attack. Well, if Bitcoin was if 51% of the nodes are taken over by any one single entity, then you can compromise the entire Bitcoin network. And that's the threat of quantum computing against Bitcoin and against cryptocurrencies in general, but Bitcoin specifically, is that, okay, well, there may be a government sometime that sometime in the future that works on a quantum computer that's able to hack, the Bitcoin algorithm if it's worth it, and create duplicate entries in the Bitcoin blockchain.
I hear your theory, but in reality, if something happens where people are gonna be hungry and shit, and people need trades, nobody's gonna be trading no damn Bitcoin to damn feed
No, I
them.
agree, but I agree. What I'm saying is that at that point in time, we won't even be thinking about the Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin is not to be used as a currency anyway. Nobody's going to be using Bitcoin in a supermarket, right? Bitcoin is not a currency. A currency is different than money. My name is Ray Money, right? And the reason why I chose Ray Money, first off, is like that's all I've been called as a kid. But money is the actual store of value, and currency is the medium of exchange. So the dollar bill would be the currency, and the gold backing it would be the money. So, you know what I mean? Like, so Bitcoin is money.
What's backing Bitcoin?
Backing Bitcoin is the computer SHA-256 algorithm and the distributed network and the mining that has gone into the Bitcoin, as well as the network itself. The network is backing Bitcoin and the belief. Think about it. Like, okay, what makes a society decide what is money, right? It's the intrinsic value. It's what people deem to be valuable is what makes it valuable. But with Bitcoin, it's not only that, the fact that the network is distributed, decentralized, but it's that there's an investment cost that has been put into building out the infrastructure of the network, and that network becomes more and more secure every day. And so the more people that use Bitcoin, the more people that mine Bitcoin, more people that buy and transact and trade, even though it's not really supposed to be traded like that, it's like a self-reinforcing network that only gets stronger. It's like almost the true definition of what is considered anti-fragile. Something anti-fragile is the harder you hit it, the stronger it gets, right? And that's what Bitcoin is, and that's what makes it valuable. There's nothing, for example, everybody should be diversified, right? But if you wanted to move $1 million of value from one locale to another, and you might say, for example, your government all of a sudden became an oppressive government, and the things that you personally believed in were now being targeted by the government, right? And so you lived in an oppressive regime, oppressive to your ideals and ideologies, and you wanted to move from one location to the next. What is the easiest way to move you? If you have your money in the bank, you'd have to go with government scrutiny. You'd have to withdraw your money from the bank, and then you'd have to take your money maybe physically as a check or in fiat and put it in a duffel bag. And it's very cumbersome. If you had real estate, you would have to sell that real estate, right? And then maybe get the proceeds from that and then do the same sort of thing. Or if you had gold, $1 million worth of gold, you'd have to put it in a duffel bag. You'd have to worry about security issues there with gold. It's heavy, it's cumbersome. With Bitcoin, you can take that $1 million and you can keep it in your head. You can keep your seed passphrase, your wallet passphrase in your head, and get on a flight from Atlanta and go to Singapore or go to Bangkok and have that $1 million and restore that wallet, that $1 million worth of value anywhere in the world without nobody even knowing that you actually have that $1 million. So that's the primary advantage, is actually being able to take and move money. And that's why governments are so scared of it, because people have never had the power to do that ever in human history, is to take that much value. You couldn't pick a castle up and move it, right? But you could, even if you're rich, you could pick up your gold and just fucking take it somewhere because it's heavy, but now humans have the ability to move and transact wealth across international boundaries without any government oversight, without any intervention from any sort of government watch, and they're scared of it. And so that's another reason why I think Bitcoin is money, is because that's another value proposition that Bitcoin does bring to individuals that are involved in it. And me personally, I'm like all in. I have some stocks. I have silver. I have some gold. I got a shit ton of ammo. I got a shit ton of guns. But Bitcoin is for me and other cryptos too, is where it's at, because it's me. It's not at a bank somewhere. And if I want to take more than $10,000 of it out and use it somewhere that accepts Bitcoin, I don't have to tell the bank, hey, can I have my $10,000? You know what I'm saying? I'd like to go do something with my $10,000. You have to fill out this IRS. Nah, I don't want to do none of that shit.
So you don't think the government gonna ever regulate that shit? You think they're just gonna let that shit just?
It's already
what it is right now.
Yeah,
I'm saying, you think that? I mean, what are they taxing it?
Yeah, you have to pay capital gains taxes on. I think it's the same rule as stocks, right? So if you buy Bitcoin and you have a capital gain in less than a year, you have to pay capital gains taxes on it. But if you hold it for more than a year or more than 2 years, then it's taxed at a lower rate or something like that. You pay income taxes on it if you hold it for less than a year or two, and then you pay long-term capital gains if you hold it for longer than you're supposed to. But there's ways to get around that to where you don't have to pay no taxes on it. I don't advise. I know we're on YouTube.
So,
I don't advise not paying taxes, but there are
yeah.
ways that
So you don't think there's gonna ever be a point where they're gonna be like, all right, you know what I'm saying, you can't take out this much Bitcoin at a time.
who can stop you? Nobody can stop you from moving your Bitcoin because your Bitcoin is independent of any network. I can go and I can find someone with a Bitcoin wallet and take $10,000 and transfer them Bitcoin, and they can give me a sack of cash. Who cares how they got it?
But
Or
isn't that transaction happening on some type of network?
it's happening on the blockchain, but there's no centralized control of that blockchain, right? The Bitcoin network is completely and 100% decentralized. And that's why the Bitcoin ETFs got approved and they're not considered securities. See, because that was the big debate was that, okay, a lot of these cryptos are considered securities because there is a central authority that developed and created this cryptocurrency, and there is an organization that's in charge of its development. Well, with Bitcoin, the creator is a pseudonymous person, Satoshi Nakamoto, who nobody can track down. And at this point in time, there is no centralized authority. You can't call the Bitcoin help desk for help if you lose your keys, or you're just fucked, right? And that is a good thing, in my opinion, because that reinforces proper custody of the Bitcoin itself. And so there's no central authority that can prevent you from transacting in Bitcoin unless they completely shut the internet down. Right. But I mean, listen, people overseas use VPNs to get around certain things. And so, there's always a technological way. If people want to transact in something, they're going to do it. Even people in Argentina are using stable coins. People in China are using stable coins right now because their currency is fucking failing, right? And so if you're in Argentina and the Argentine peso is losing, what is it, 100% a year in is the inflation rate, right? And if
Why is Argentina currency failing right now? They don't have any type of exports or some shit.
I don't know why it's failing. I'm guessing there's some sort of political problems. The mismanagement of funds by the government, just how we have an inflation problem here with the Federal Reserve, which is not federal and is not a government entity at all, being in control of our currency. They're able to print as many dollars as they can. And I'm certain that, when governments get into budget deficits, they print their way out of them because it is the immoral and easiest thing for them to do. They can paper over the mismanagement of the funds. And so when you have a corrupt government, leftist, socialist style government like we have here, that is, kind of rampant in South America, those individuals aren't fiscally responsible. And so that's why their currency most likely is inflating. But that aside, they are using stable coins. And, if I buy a stable coin that's pegged to the US dollar today, it's, first of all, it's illegal to get dollars, right? Over there, you in Argentina, you there are underground places that will sell dollars and that will let you transact in dollars. But for the most part, the government has outlawed it because the government wants you to use their shitty currency, right? And so at least those individuals in those places have the options of buying and using stable coins, which is what they've been doing. I've just bought some shit from China a couple weeks ago, and I've been telling the person I've been dealing with for a while now, why don't you guys transact in at least Ethereum or some sort of stable coin or something? And now they're doing it because their fucking currency and their capital markets are failing over there in China. So, yeah, you don't have to be a believer in it, right? But as long as you're participating, you're going to reap the rewards and benefits. Yeah, Bitcoin and Venezuela is another one, and actually, Bitcoin has become the whatchamacallit, the currency of El Salvador, right? So they're allowed to use Bitcoin as a currency in El Salvador, and so Yeah, it's only a matter of time before Bitcoin eats the US dollar. Yeah, US about to bring out CBDCs. They see what's coming. Yeah. They're trying to beat they're they're trying to beat the Bitcoin rush by introducing their own central bank digital currencies, but they won't be successful because nobody will buy or use the garbage Fed coin. You know, just imagine a world right now. You have all these uh controls over your money, like not being able to withdraw your money without filling out a fucking IRS form and all this other shit. Now imagine if maybe you have an outspoken opinion about a certain politician, whether it's Donald Trump or whether it's a Joe Biden, and through the government, they can now see what you're buying, and they can, like, if you have a central bank digital currency, they can stop your money. Like they can just say, okay, well, shut his wallet down, or they can tax you on every transaction. So instead of being taxed on they could tax every microtransaction instead of waiting for businesses to report their transactions and file taxes at the end of the year. They can tax you in real time, and they could probably adjust your taxes. They could just fuck with you in all kinds of ways. I don't think people are gonna stand for it.
Man, shout out to Mulatto, man. Me and Mulatto, we had our differences, but hey, ain't no real beef, man. Long as you keep it respectful, man. That's all I care
that
about.
Boston hat on. Got you from Boston. Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I'm not a true believer, man, but I should have. I do participate. You know what I'm saying? I just don't put my whole portfolio into that shit because I think like people always something that's never gonna go away. Nothing that's gonna go away is people needing somewhere to live.
I agree with that. Yeah, 100%. I think though eventually.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I agree with that. I think, but what'll start to happen in the next 20 to 30 years, that money that's pulled, that's invested into real estate, like the retail investor or the retail real estate investor that's, buying a couple of houses that has to deal with maintenance of all these homes and maintenance of these multifamily properties, is going to be more enticed to participate in the crypto markets a little bit more than the real estate market, because the rate of return is higher, and there is just kind of less hassle to do it like that. Like as far as like I know, trust me, I'm a fan of tangibles too. But you ever heard of the Saint and the Sinner? He's a guy on YouTube. He says something very interesting. He says that when you think about businesses to operate, the lowest rate of return that you get on a business is dealing in intangible goods, like the margins at a public supermarket or a Kroger, they're like sub 10%, right? And so they make a lot of money through scale, but they don't make a lot of margin. But when you think about software or intangibles, your biggest rate of return is on software and intangible goods, things that you really can't put your hands on, but is useful to you to maybe leverage and expand your knowledge, or maybe multiply yourself in ways that you couldn't do before to handle tasks such as AI and stuff like that, right? So I never thought about it like that until he said it, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of right. So that is just interesting. I think he's kind of onto something there, because that's how society's going. We still need those tangible goods, right? We still need to go out and fucking go buy deodorant at Walmart and shit like that. Like, I hope there's
because as more people start to do stuff online, it's all about trying to find an easy way to do it, and the people who create these systems and shit, so that's where all the money comes from. Creating these systems to be able to help run this shit and being more efficient.
And we're feeding the global hive mind with this right now too, right? So that's really what the internet is. is the global hive mind. And so the global hive mind just keeps expanding itself as time progresses, and it creates new things that are intangible, that can't be felt or touched, that are more experiential. And so it'll just keep expanding into more of the digital realm eventually, until, you know, we just all plug into the fucking matrix, in my opinion. But, you know, we
Yeah, I
ain't got to
bought a
get
whole
into
bunch
all
of.
that.
I got all kind of crypto, man. I got a whole bunch of that shit, man.
That's good, man. That's good.
I got
Keep
a whole.
at
I
it,
got
man.
all. I got all that shit, man. I got a whole bunch of that shit, man.
That's
Yeah, I
good.
try. Like
Listen,
every time I get an extra couple dollars, man, I throw in. I buy some few coin and shit like that.
but take it off the exchange. Please do that.
Man, you know, I still need to learn how to do that shit. But you know, this phone right here, this doesn't come with me when I travel. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
shit stays at home. It doesn't you know, like these dudes that traveling abroad that, you know what I'm saying, like chicks can have access to their shit. This shit doesn't come with me. This shit stay
It's,
home. But I
it's
do need
not
to
because
learn
of
more
that.
about the wallets and shit. I know about the wallets, but I just haven't put anything in the wallet yet.
So what I
Or
would
cold
recommend,
storage.
a cold storage wallet. First off, you get a hot storage wallet, like go to exodus.io.
Hold on, let me
It
hold on
has,
for a second.
I'll put it, yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, put
Exodus.
it in the chat. Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Get you a exodus.io. Get you, that's called hot storage, right? Meaning like it's in storage, it's off of an exchange. Because when it's on an exchange, it's basically like having your money in the bank. If you have your money in a bank, the bank can use your money as a basis for lending. So it's called fractional reserve banking. They can just recreate your money out of thin air and use it as a basis for lending. So, you know, that's why there's a run on the banks. If everybody was to go to the bank all at the same time and try to do a withdrawal, the banks they don't have your money. The crypto exchanges are doing the same shit. We just had this FTX debacle where Sam Bankman-Fried just got sentenced to prison for basically doing what all of the crypto exchanges are doing, which is basically taking your deposits and reinvesting it. The banks do this shit all the time, but it's not legalized for the crypto industry because we're the outsiders. We're the antithesis of the banks. We are the anti-banks, right? And so when you try to be the anti-bank, but then you're operating like the bank, the system is going to come at you. And that's basically what happened. So the money is not yours unless it's in your hand. It doesn't matter if it's money that you cash fiat in a bank or crypto on an exchange, right? And so when you keep your gold and silver, you keep that shit in your safe. You don't keep that shit in somebody else's safe at the bank. Some people do, not me. That shit's here in the crib, and I'm gonna die to protect that shit. So you try coming in here to rob me, we gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? One of us is gonna die. You know what I mean? But that's the whole purpose of the.
How does the cold storage stuff work? It's like, so you said so I pull my money off the Coinbase, like and if I decide to buy more crypto, how does that shit work? Like when you like you just keep putting it like so like, and then if I want to cash my crypto out, how does it work as far as like updating? It's like if the price changes. So if I bought crypto for like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, for like $10, and then the price goes up to 100. Like, how do I take that, you know what I'm saying, off the cold storage, and like,
Your
does it
wallet,
updates? How does that shit work?
your wallet doesn't know the price. It only knows the price when it connects to the actual internet,
Network.
right? It don't
Yeah.
to the network. It only knows how many you have of this denomination of coin. The value exchange
It
happens
just
whenever.
okay,
Yeah,
I get
it knows you've got 1 Bitcoin, you've got 3 Litecoin, 5 Ethereum. That's it. It doesn't care
Yeah.
about the price, right? It's just the holder of that denomination. And then when you go to sell it, all you would do is, since you've got a Coinbase account or maybe a Kraken account or wherever you have, what exchange account you have, you just transfer it from your cold storage into your Coinbase account, or
Yeah.
you transfer it to your hot wallet like Exodus, because Exodus, you can do coin swaps within Exodus. They charge a small fee depending on the blockchain, and you can do coin swaps within Exodus itself. And so Exodus is considered a hot wallet because although it's not on an exchange, it is like on your computer. So there are keys
Okay.
that are created.
So it doesn't work. It doesn't work like when you invest in traditionally. So like you know how you invest, like for example, you invest some money and shit, and then if you lose, like if it drops and shit to a certain point, and like if you like try to cash out or something like that. What I'm trying to see if I'm trying to
Yeah.
this
If it
correctly.
drops to a certain point and it's like sub pennies, like it doesn't make, like the transaction fee to get out of it is gonna be higher than the actual amount that you have, then yeah, it's not gonna, you're not gonna get
Because what is it traditional investing? You actually lose that money, right? So like you know what I'm saying? Like with the Bitcoin, it's like once you have that certain Bitcoin, it's just like it's just yours and shit. And then if you can you could just cash it out to whatever amount you want to at the time. Because it's
yeah,
like because don't like if you start losing money, like if you go in a negative, don't you have to pay that shit back if you try to cash out? Or like what if something go under? How does that work though? Like like a company goes under and it's like, all right, I had like $20,000 in. It's like then it's like it crashes out like negative whatever.
you
You
don't
know what
pay
I'm
the
saying?
money back. It's just
No,
worthless. Your
it's just
stock
worthless.
is, yeah, your
Okay.
stock is worthless, right? You still retain the stock, it's just not worth shit. Same
Okay.
with Bitcoin, right? If you buy, 10,000 shares of this pharmaceutical company and the pharmaceutical company goes under, you still have 10,000 shares, but it's not worth, you couldn't, nobody will take the 10,000 shares because it ain't worth shit because the company's
Yeah.
insolvent. Well, with
Okay.
Bitcoin or with the cryptocurrency, it's similar the same way. If the price of a Bitcoin goes all the way down to $0 and you still own the Bitcoin, but nobody will
Mm.
take any fiat in exchange for that Bitcoin. There's no market to make the sale. That's all an exchange is. Exchanges are market creators. They facilitate the buying and selling transaction between the buyer and the seller, and for whatever they're selling in between.
Yeah, I don't know
You
shit,
shouldn't
huh?
keep, no, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Only
So
trade.
it's cool.
You see, I said
Yeah.
only trade the top cryptos if you're not a believer. You're still going to destroy the stock market. Yeah, that's what I heard. Somebody said, you know what I'm saying, invest in the top three, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, which I do have, but I still play around with the other shit, hoping that shit does pop off. Like do you think those other cryptos there ever pop off? Because like the ones that's going
Oh,
like
yeah.
you buying that shit for like less than a pen, like that shit pennies and shit.
I'm gonna tell you a story. I
Um,
gotta go. I had to pee for like the last 2 hours. Give me one
Go ahead,
second. I'm
man.
right
Go
back.
ahead, bro, man. Take it. Yeah, man. That's what I did. I want to piss on y'all ass too, man. When I cut the damn camera off, man. Sit up here and talk to y'all ass all goddamn through the whole entire time. But yeah, man, I wish Drew G come back up, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened to him. He fell off, man. Going to games. What do you mean going to games? What are you talking about? I am in games. What do you mean? What do you mean going to games? Elaborate on that more. But yeah, man, this whole thing to turn into damn crypto talk. We're supposed to be talking about traveling. Goddamn, let Ray Money come up here and shit. Start talking about money. But yeah, man, it's good information for anybody who do want to know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that could help you with traveling and shit. But um, you know, I like to spread. I like to have a diverse portfolio. Games are being adopted. Adopted how? What do you mean? So real estate, my shit though. I'm about to close on a crib next week, investment property. So I believe in that shit. I look at places where, you know, there's like little small country towns that have like factories and shit. You can buy like this distress, like semi-distressed properties for the low. You know what I'm saying? Throw like 10 grand up in them joints, get them up and running, put tenants in there. You know what I'm saying? You like your rate of return is like, you know, like 3 to 4 years and shit real quick. So yeah, I don't believe in buying these expensive ass houses and shit. I mean, because I mean, I don't have a large enough portfolio to do that anyway. But like spending $300,000-400,000 on a house as a renting property like that, I ain't doing that shit unless it's like a multi-family home type shit. Say passport in crypto, adopting the games. You talking about What you talking about? You talking about EFTs and shit in games? I don't understand. Like
Nah,
crypto.
he's
I
saying
mean,
it's okay. So with crypto gaming, it's like you basically like what is it called? League of Legends is one of them, where you're essentially buying and collecting NFTs that do stuff in the games themselves, right? Um, there's another one called Illuvium that people are playing, or that's the actual cryptocurrency itself, I think, that you're essentially buying, you're using the crypto that's created on the blockchain that is basically uh, like a layer 2 of another crypto that's a layer 1. Like for example, Polkadot would be considered a layer 1 now. Ethereum would be a layer 1, like that. Like Chainlink is built off Ethereum, but you have these gaming cryptos that are built off of these sort of layer 1 blockchains, and you're able to actually like trade NFTs in the games that do stuff, right? And it sounds weird and nerdish, right? Like nerd type shit, but there's mad people playing them. And if you play, like try one of these games, you can get sucked into them. You know what I
I ain't doing
mean?
that shit.
I know.
Look, I'm a game developer, and I don't believe in the NFT shit. That shit is worthless. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really don't understand it. Like what they saying, like
That's
this
the thing.
guy create an image, pay for an image of, and then somebody can just copy it and they own the image too. I'm like, what the fuck? That shit don't even
But
make sense to me.
no, but see, that's the thing. You're not paying for. Yes, you can just copy the image. Of course, you could right click or fucking control C or X on the image and copy it. But your rights to that image is what you're actually buying when you buy an NFT. You're buying the rights to that image, which is stored forever on the blockchain. And so you own the rights to that image. It is yours, even though someone can steal it from you. You could take a dollar bill and put it on a copy machine and steal it. Like you take a book and you can fucking copy the book on a copy machine, right? But if you were to go try to redistribute that book, you would get sued. Well, an NFT works the same way with art. You own the rights, or you own partial rights in like an edition series of a piece of art. Maybe there's like 30 editions. You're 1/30th owner of this particular piece of art, and therefore you own the rights to that art. And so nobody can take it or use it. It becomes your intellectual property at that point.
Yeah, I hear that shit, but I saw a lot of people buying that shit, and that shit was worthless. End up dude spend like tens of $1,000s on the
Yeah,
shit, and that shit
they're
was
buying
goddamn worthless.
digital monkeys and shit. They're buying digital apes and stupid shit, right? But imagine if you can buy, like for example, you buy a concert ticket that is an NFT, right? And not only do you buy the concert ticket, but now you have access rights to special songs depending on what tier of NFT you buy. And that, you're the only one that can listen to that song for free because you own it. And if you have that song and you're getting partial payout on it because you're one of the NFT holders, or for example, there's ways that NFTs can be used in very interesting ways that people like. The NFT market is very young, and I think people just see the stupidity behind buying a digital cat or something like that. Like,
What do you think about like buying, like actually paying for art? Like I seen this thing online where you can buy a piece of art now. Now they're putting that shit up on the damn um like the trade exchange, whatever. I don't know how that shit what it's called though, the right terminology, but basically you can go to a website and, like, for example, they might put the Mona Lisa up, for example, you can buy a piece of it. So people like
yeah,
doing that shit now. What you think
the
about
only
that
way,
shit?
I would, it's like a REIT, right? A real estate investment trust, right? You're into real estate, you know what a REIT is. So you just put money into an investment trust and you're buying chunks and pieces of a real estate portfolio, but you couldn't knock on the door and say, "Hey, bitch, get out of my house because you don't belong here." You know what I mean?
Do you think that's better than NFTs, or which one? What you think?
No. I think NFTs are better than those So the only way that I would buy a digital piece, first, I wouldn't buy a digital piece of art, right? I'm not into that
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. I want.
But I
That's what I'm
understand.
saying.
I
Is it the
understand
same as crypto?
an NFT is minted on a blockchain. So if it is
What
an
somebody?
NFT, then yes, I would buy it because the blockchain is immutable. Nobody can copy and paste over your entry in the blockchain that your NFT is associated with. So it's yours for forever, recorded in history for forever. If you're going to some website to buy a chunk of the Mona Lisa, there's contract law there that you are getting involved with by, maybe you need to have your lawyer read the terms and conditions. There's no terms and conditions with a smart contract. I mean, there are, but like it's recorded and you owned it because it's synced to your wallet address for as long as you own possession of the physical NFT in your wallet and you retain the keys to your wallet, you own that, the intellectual property behind it.
Mhm.
Via a blockchain would be the only way that I would invest in something like, one of those, I'm going to buy a 1/20th of a Lamborghini type situation, and cars are depreciate. You seen that too, right? Where you could buy like a piece of a Bugatti. Like, why the fuck would I want to do that if
No,
I can't drive
it depends, man. It depends, man. A lot of cars hold their value. If you're driving it, then it's a depreciating value. But if it's a collector's or something like that, they hold their value, man. I've been seeing like these people, like going like those junkyard people, man. These people go and find these old ass junk cars, refurbishing them and shit, and
Yeah.
people paying 100 grand for these damn cars and shit, man. But
Yeah.
hey, post that link of that wallet shit, man, that you was talking about. So
Oh,
yeah,
sorry, my
I'm
bad.
looking to that. Yeah, need to get one of those.
Yeah, Exodus.io would be your warm storage, your hot wallet, right? I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong damn link. I'm posting the same shit I was posting before. Hold up. So this is it's actually they changed it to exodus.com. So copy, paste. Okay, and then that's your that's not cold storage, that's called your hot wallet. So it's connected to the internet. It's like MetaMask, right? It's another one. It's connected to the internet, and you'll be able to see your prices and stuff there. But when you move your crypto off the exchange, you can move it into your hot wallet, and then or you could move it into a cold wallet, which would be basically like a USB storage drive that's built and meant for crypto.
See,
There's
that's called cold wallet.
That's called a cold storage wallet, and there's two
Oh.
brands that are the leaders in cold storage wallet. One of them is called Ledger, and the other one is called Trezor. I would steer away from Ledger and only go with the Trezor. I'll send you an Amazon link to the Trezor.
See, I got Trezor.io.
Yep. And the model I have is the Trezor Model 1. So I've got like the older legacy model.
So what's the difference in these different? I mean, I'm sure I got to read, but you have like the Trezor Safe 3 and the Trezor Model T. Like, what's the difference between these things?
The user interface and the amount of cryptos they can store, meaning like the number of various coins that can be stored. That's pretty much it.
Most of these things say they support up to 9,000 coins.
Yeah.
So shit, 9,000. Oh shit, because I got this one. What is it? How much I got this Shiba shit? I still got this Shiba shit. I got like over like 1 million, which ain't shit. It's like $18, but
yeah,
I got like almost 2 million, and so I have to buy like multiple storages type shit.
No.
So how's that shit? How does that work?
When they say 9,000 coins, they mean 9,000 types of coins. The amount of can have
types of coins. Oh,
right.
Man.
You can have a quadrillion of fucking the coin. You can have the entire market of Shiba Inu on one wallet, because all it's storing is the actual the transaction ID that is used to actually purchase the crypto itself.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, I
so
need to get one of these motherfuckers.
Yes,
get one of these $59.
But you get one of those, and I'm going to tell you, there's another thing you get is what's called a mnemonic seed. It's called a mnemonic. Oh, I'm tired and I'm not drunk anymore. Not drunk, but
See, I don't want to put my crypto on the like on a hard drive shit. Remember that dude that had lost his crypto and shit? He threw his computer out, and that motherfucker been looking like in the damn trash can. Did he ever find his crypto?
You want to
That
know
one guy?
why? He never wrote his seed phrase down anywhere, right?
Like, did he ever find his hard drive? Because I saw it in the news. Like, the dude's like he was like scavenging the damn junkyard for like ever. Had
Never
all that
found
damn
it.
Bitcoin, lost all that shit.
So when you create a Bitcoin or any crypto wallet, right? There's what's called, I think it's called BIP 139, which is essentially a list of like, I think it's like 2,000 words. And your seed phrase is created. It's a 12 or 24 word backup seed phrase that allows you to access your wallet. So you can lose your physical Trezor or Ledger wallet itself. But as long as you have that seed phrase written down, you can restore your wallet to a new Trezor or a new Ledger wallet, right? And the same goes for your hot wallet, the Exodus IO. When you set up your wallet on Exodus, you're setting it up on your computer, right?
Yeah.
But if your computer crashes, you can still restore your wallet if you have the seed phrase. Now, seed phrase back in the day used to be written on fucking paper because people were like, well, I'll just write this shit on some paper. Or I just didn't write it down. Just click through the fucking click. And they're not recording the seed phrase anywhere. And then their computer crashes. Then how do you get the computer if the hard drive crashes, right? This guy who's searching for this shit in the landfill never like wrote his seed phrase down. So he can't restore the wallet to a new wallet. That's why he's searching for the actual hard drive that the crypto is on in the hopes that he can actually get it and retrieve the data off the hard drive itself. Yeah. So one of the things that you should get is
should I download this Exodus plus Trezor hardware wallet experience?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me get that damn draw down.
I have the Exodus. I have a laptop that is not a Windows laptop that I use Exodus on, right? Because I use an Apple laptop, right? Because it's easier to run keyloggers on Windows. Windows is less secure than Apple is, and so I use an Apple laptop for handling all that stuff with but you should be okay. I would just do before you transfer any funds, I would get like Bitdefender and run a virus scan and a malware scan on your computer and then move your crypto to your Exodus wallet. And when you buy your Trezor, right, your Trezor will integrate in with the Exodus as well. So you can keep some of your cryptos on your hot wallet and move some of them to your cold storage wallet onto the Trezor. But not only do you need the Trezor, but I would get one of these they're called a Keystone, and I'll send it to you. This is a stainless steel seed phrase backup that you keep this.
So you got to pay for that. You got to pay for that security shit. The Bitdefender.
This is whatever antivirus you have. I just use Bitdefender.
That shit goddamn $89.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it says. It's a yearly $89, like $9 a month. So you could just download it one time and then just run a scan. And then you don't have to pay for the monthly plan. Okay, all right.
Oh no, yeah. If you download it, you gotta have it on your computer to use it. You don't have antivirus, you gotta use antivirus. Somebody could easily.
Yeah, I got antivirus. I'm saying, no, you saying with the Bitdefender, that's something totally different, right? You said to scan your computer again.
Yeah, it's an antivirus, anti-malware software. So if you've got like AVG or you've got like McAfee or something like that, that works too.
I just want to do it. Hey, the best shit, man, that people don't know about, man, is Windows. Use the regular Windows shit. That's the best shit you can use. All that other shit, that shit opens your shit up to viruses. That's why a lot of people have viruses on their computer because they're using using shit like McAfee. I learned that shit a long time ago. I'm in
Yeah.
tech, so I learned this shit from other computer dudes. He's like, use the regular Windows shit, because I remember when I was younger, when I used to always buy like McAfee and all that bullshit, I had a whole bunch of all the antivirus shit. They goddamn I used to get a lot of viruses on my fucking computer and shit. And I'm like, damn, why the fuck I'm paying for this damn antivirus software? And
Mhm.
then I ran it. Then when I got into the video game industry, I was working with the guy at my job. He's like, man, he said, don't use that shit, man. Just use a regular Windows shit. Windows got all the protection because they have the latest and greatest security shit.
Yeah.
He said,
Well,
yeah.
either way, I just do it as safekeeping just to make sure there's no, but maybe, yeah, run the Windows scan and just make sure there's no keyloggers running or there's no Trojan horses or anything like that. So that way, whenever you're recording your seed phrases and it's displayed on the screen, that nobody else is looking at that display.
I be going to my nieces and shit. I'm like, I go use their computer, all doing crazy ass pop-ups. I'm like, yo, you know your shit got viruses all on that shit. I'm like,
Mhm.
that damn that shit is a gimmick, man. All that anti virus software and shit, that third party shit, man, that shit is trash. That shit just open your shit up to a lot of viruses, man.
So
Yeah.
that's a link to the Keystone tablet. So take a look at that. That is essentially a stainless steel hard wallet that you actually use these little punched out letters and you put it in this actual stainless steel wallet that can survive temperatures up to 2000 degrees.
Hold on, how does shit
And
work?
that's where you keep your seed phrase. You get shipped. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Oh yeah, man. Hey man, this is gonna be this is a long topic. Shit, you said the C phrase. Shit, I'm still learning. How does that shit? So like once you where do you get the seed phrase from? Like so that
When you
comes
create
from
the wallet.
the wallet when you
Yeah.
create the wallet, and
Yeah.
that's gonna stay static. It's never gonna change.
Never going to
Like,
change.
passcode, okay. And then
Yep.
you buy this Keystone crypto seed storage and that basically then you put that seed phrase on there. Like, do you manually put that on there? It looks like you manually do it yourself.
Yeah, you do it yourself. You
Okay.
manually do
All
it.
right, cool.
It's basically it comes with a bunch of letters. Like it comes with like 12 O's, like it comes like 10 A's, 12 B's, like it just based off of the odds of, what letter or what word you're going to get as your seed phrase, right? So
Yeah.
it just comes with a bunch of metal letters you punch out of this like fucking thing, and then you put them in there and you screw them on. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. Man, these guys put me on some free game, man. Free crypto game. I don't even have to think about it. Telling me everything I need to do, man. If y'all to miss this live, then y'all just missing out. If y'all don't know anything about crypto, y'all missing out right now.
Now I'm not going to physically show you the inside of my wallet, but
Yeah.
but it
Go
just
ahead,
it just
I need an
nah,
example.
hell no. But it's essentially when you're done with it, it just looks like it's heavy as shit. And it
Yeah.
just looks like a metal credit card, and it actually has a tamper sticker. It has a tamper sticker on the edge of it, and then
Yeah.
there's also a space for a padlock as well, so you can padlock it as well, and you can know if anybody fucked with it because the tamper sticker is broken, right?
Yeah.
And you put your seed phrase in this thing here, right? And I can throw this in a fire and it ain't gonna burn. Your seed phrase ain't gonna go nowhere. Your house can burn down.
So how often you need to log in to use that seed phrase?
Never. You
Because if
should
you
never have to do it.
no, I'm saying though, like what's the purpose of the seed phrase then?
To back your wallet up. If your computer breaks or if your Trezor wallet, the hard wallet itself, actually breaks and you want to
Oh,
restore your wallet and your funds to another
yeah, okay.
device, you
So
bust this
okay.
out and you restore. When you're setting up that new device, you restore your wallet using the words that are on this to
So
that
okay.
to the new device.
Okay, to the new device. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and you keep both in your safe. You keep this in your safe, and you keep the Trezor wallet in your safe as well, or keep it wherever you want. You can actually make multiple copies of the same wallet as long as they're not connected to the internet at the same time. You should be okay. So I have
Mm,
multiple copies of the same wallet spread around different various locations in and around the United States, and I've got backups to that as well that I keep in my safe and I keep in various locations around the United States. So I can, if I,
Yeah.
for example, if I needed to, run away real quick to New York, I have access to my money, or because it's only 24 words, right? 12 or 24. You could technically sit there and memorize the shit, right? But
Yeah.
I have a safe at my house, and sometimes I be forgetting the number. Is it 22 or
Hell
is
yeah.
it 32? I'll be like, shit, man. Which do I turn it to the left first or to the right? Because I have a manual tumbler on there.
Yeah. I mean, especially when you don't use shit on a daily basis, you tend to forget shit. I'm like,
Forget
damn.
shit. Yeah, man. Yo, man. I one time I had to call a safe cracker out to come get my shit. And I was like one number off.
Damn.
I paid $300 for this guy to come out. No, it was because I couldn't figure out whether to start to the left or to the right. And if I was to spin it 3 times on the second number or 2 times, I kept trying every permutation and I started getting pissed off. I was like, let me call this motherfucker up. Help me get in my shit. He said, man, you just turned it in the wrong direction. I was like, fuck. So yeah, it happens, man. So I wouldn't trust myself remembering 24 words in a row. I drank too much for that shit.
Yeah, man. That's dope, man. It's a lot of good information, man. Shit. Like, yeah, I definitely need to move this stuff as a precautionary.
Precaution,
Even though I don't take my my phone with all my damn shit on there. Like, that's crazy. It's so weird to me that, you would go into these type of environments, with access to your money and shit, or motherfucking get your shit when it's known that people goddamn get down like that, and you still giving the motherfuckers the ability to even try it, and the little bullshit ass precautions that you think you're taking don't fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Your ass using the damn a suitcase for protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers could cut through a damn suitcase, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you did have like something like he said he had a Kevlar thing, they could just take the Kevlar and take it somewhere else and then open the shit up. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. Like, that shit ain't that smart, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me,
that's why he left
like,
the live stream.
Yeah. He bounced off because he didn't want that heat and shit. When motherfuckers start asking them serious ass questions and shit, then you realize how foolish you are, man. A lot of people, man, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to be like, when you try to put pressure on it, they get defensive and shit. I understand, like, if it's some true shit, you know what I'm saying, I can understand, but like when you trying to bullshit people and shit, man, to try to get some money or ask for help and shit, then I'm like, all right, motherfucker, I'm gonna call bullshit on that now.
Yeah. Feet should be held to the fire. If it smells fishy, then it's probably fishy. You shouldn't be sticking your nose near it. Some of these dudes, man, that's another thing too. Like, I don't know. Like, you got this thing called stolen value. You know what that is. You Prime Marine Corps, you see dudes out here all the time of being accused of stolen valor, and people do it a lot. I've been accused of stolen valor before. At a fucking Applebee's, and I think it was in Times Square. Somebody was drunk. Oh, you weren't in the Navy, blah 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 blah. Until you bust out your fucking VA card on them or some shit like that. But
I never had those issues, man. Look, every time somebody, like, they just know I was in the military, I'm like, how do I look like I was in the military? And then they guess what branch every time. Like, they don't say the Army, Navy, none of that shit. They're like, using the Marines. I'm like, how the fuck you know that shit? Like, I don't even use the lingo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, how y'all be knowing that shit? I'm like, I'm out of shape. I'm like, how you know I was in the Marines and shit? That shit crazy.
Maybe it's your demeanor.
I don't know what it is, man. Like, I was in was it yesterday? Yesterday I was in the auto parts store, man, and this chick came in, this Navy chick. She had the little jumpsuit shit on, and I was like, I was teasing her and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I said it ain't Halloween. You know what I'm saying? And then we was like talking and chit chatting up, and then I was like, yeah, I'm a veteran too. She's like, yeah. She's like, you was in the Marines, huh? I was like, how you know? And I was like,
damn.
Oh, all right.
Just called you out on that shit.
Yeah, I was like, how you knew? I'm like, okay, but yeah.
How's the weather out there now?
It's raining now. I mean, it was like today, it was like clear and shit. And then it's
been flooding out there, right?
Hell yeah, man. Like since I've been out here, I never seen a flood like that. Like I remember people was posting that shit on social media because, like, I live in an area where I don't be paying attention what the hell be going on. So I go to work and I come home. I don't too much watch the local news. I don't have local cable. Everything is on the internet. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I saw flood. I saw the little flood warning on my phone, but I was like, I'm in areas where there's no flooding, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And somebody posted on social media like this crazy ass water. Like I'm like, damn, like this is San Diego. And then some people from San Diego said, no, that's not true. And I went and looked up on the local news. I was like, damn, it flooded like that. A lot of people lost their homes and shit, man. What did it? I
that's
mean,
crazy.
the homes got messed up, man. I'm like, damn, it's
You
crazy, man.
you live south of the city or north of the city?
I live north of the city.
Okay.
But they said that what happened was that somebody threw some trash in one of like the little gutter drains or some shit like that, and then when everything started when the water started going out, start picking up all the additional trash, and that shit just got clogged up. So they didn't have the water had nowhere to go and shit, and that's how like the flooding happened.
That's
And they
that
was
Southern
trying to blame that shit.
California infrastructure.
They said it was the homeless people. They said the homeless people was throwing trash in the damn gutters and shit, man. So that's how
That's
that shit got.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, your taxes should be paying to get the fucking gutters clean.
Yeah, but
Don't blame the homeless
happened.
people.
Hey, this shit bad out here though. The homeless shit done got worse, man. I remember when I first moved out
Really?
here, it was lightweight. Man, that shit bad. You go downtown, man, them tents, that shit like tent city out there. It's fucked up out there, man. It
Wow.
smells bad because motherfuckers pissing and shitting on the side of the damn road and shit, man. And the streets, man, you could tell how because San Diego, they did like some improvements on the sidewalks. Like you could tell how how they use a new style of like concrete and shit. Man, all that shit look dirty as fuck, man. Like you go downtown party, like you go park
And a
your
gas
car,
lamp?
you go down the gas lamp, man. At first, it was kind of far away from the gas lamp. They done moved close all the way up on the damn gas lamp now. Like
Wow. What's that
they like
mall out
damn near
there?
like a block. Shit, is that mall
What's that
even
shit
still
called?
there? You talking about the
See,
one that's
that's
on the gas lamp? I think that shit. I don't even know if that shit's still there. I haven't been there in years though. Let me look it up right
yeah.
now. I know what you're talking
Yo,
about. I
last
think it's called Horton Plaza.
yeah, I think that's it. I used to, last time I was out there, so I lived in San Diego from 2003 till I got discharged in 2005.
Yeah, it's permanently
But
closed. I forgot when it closed down. But yeah.
that's crazy. That mall used to be nice when I lived out there, man. But it started getting shitty. Like it started getting shitty too. But anyway, is Fashion Valley still open?
Yeah, they still open. After they did
Okay.
some renovations in that joint.
Oh, okay. Yeah, last time I was out there was like 2017 or 2028. Might have been 2018. No,
Yeah, Horton Plaza closed in 2020.
Okay. Well, I was out there in 2019. I remember specifically I was out there in 2019. But I didn't go to Horton Plaza when I was out there. I went to Fashion Valley, and obviously I went to like Mission Beach and shit like that, and when it kicked it with some people that I know out there. But yeah, even when I was out there, I had to work out there, and then I had to go to Orange County and work, and then when I flew out of LA. And even in LA, man, LA is bad, bro. Like it's horrible. Like I feel you, like, because last time I was in LA was probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and they got like 2-story like tents out there under the fucking overpass. Like they got 2 levels of homeless living on top of each other in these makeshift fucking homeless tents out there. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But listen, HB, listen, it was good talking to you, brother, man. I gotta go to sleep. It's 2:19.
Man, hell yeah, man. Yeah, go take your ass to sleep, man. I know, it's 3 hours ahead over there, man. Hey, I do appreciate you, man, coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, my channel was never intended for me to do live streams, to be honest with you. I only started doing live streams because I need watch hours, because I'm not able to drop as much content because I lost my goddamn hard drive somewhere. I don't know where it's at. I know I had I met this chick in Thailand, this Mongolian chick, and she ended up coming to see me, and I haven't seen a hard drive since then. That's when the last time I seen it. But I remember I thought I put this in my safe. When I checked my safe, it wasn't there. So I don't know what happened to it, but I don't want to say she stole it, but I don't have it no more. But
I hope you find it one day. God damn.
Yeah, I had a lot of good content when I went to Sokran last year, when I went to Chiang Mai, and I lost all that content. But yeah, man, I do appreciate you, man. I'm just trying to get these watch hours and shit, man, because I think I'm coming up on a year since I started my channel, and I'm kind of short, like less than 300 watch hours. So I was trying to figure out some kind of way just to create content to get people to watch, tune in, see if I can give up some free information on travel
That's
and
what's
stuff
up.
like that. But yeah, man.
Hopefully at least 1 or 2 people got some information from me rambling about crypto and us talking and chatting and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was definitely wasn't planned that way, but I do appreciate it, dude, man, because I gained a lot of information from that, man. I appreciate you, man.
For sure, man. For sure,
You
man.
can come up anytime I'm live, man.
All right, man. Appreciate that, man. Good night to you, man. Good night to the viewers. Salute to the chat.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going.
Yeah, man, that was Ray Money tuning in, man. Ray Money is trying to get his channel, you know what I'm saying, jumping out. He just started his YouTube channel, so I just subscribed to it. We're gonna see how he unfold in the future and stuff like that. But yeah, man, that was some good shit though, man. You know, talking about some travel stuff, and it turned around and morphed into some crypto stuff, which I don't know nothing about. I just buy my crypto and just sit on it, you know what I'm saying, wait till something pop off. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Some good content with, man. Appreciate it, man. I hope you got something out. Seemed like you know a little bit about crypto and shit, man. So, but all your input was very important, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm about to take my ass to sleep, man. I got to get up at early in the morning, take my daughter to school. So, man, this is HB Gone Global signing off.